good morning, Wait, the hell is this? How come everything sounds different? How come everything sounds different today? I sound like I'm underwater, don't I? Anybody else got that in their headphones?
It sounds like everything kind of sounds that way.
Yeah, what is that? What'd they do? Somebody did something. Oh, boy is right. No, really, what is that? You getting that? Jackie, you getting that?
Sounds weird.
Yeah, there's something weird going on. You getting it, Fred?
Even the cart sounds like muffled, like this.
Robin, do you hear that?
Yeah, I had to actually turn up the radio. All of a sudden, the sound disappeared.
Good. Makes my job easier. They definitely did something.
Yeah,
Scott, what'd they do yesterday? Don't lie.
I'm going to tell you, if they do anything, they don't tell me what they do, so I wouldn't know. I mean, you know.
So, in other words, Scott, you don't know what's going on with the equipment today.
As usual, yes.
And you don't know what's going on, even though you call yourself an engineer every day. This comes as no surprise because it's the same story every day. Are you saying you're not important enough to know anything?
Obviously, yes.
All right.
You're out of the loop.
I don't know. What do you do you hear it? Maybe I'm nuts. I hear it. My voice very muffled. Probably the people at home don't hear it. It's probably something.
I don't hear anything, really. I'm deaf.
Okay.
Close. Play in a minute.
I don't hear anything.
No, it sounds okay.
Really?
I can't hear.
No, it sounds okay over the radio. I'm just saying internally on our headphones. It leads me to believe that something within the system is a little...
Like you put a big pad on it or something.
It just got louder.
Okay. I just thought maybe you knew something. Obviously, I got looped into thinking you were aware of something. I don't know. I always think Scott's going to know, but I always get that hope up that Scott's going to know what's wrong.
This time.
Yeah.
I never know.
I think some engineer, I just reached over here and turned the volume way up on his headphones. He was totally baffled.
Yeah, totally baffled.
I knew something like
that. Did I reach over and turn it down? Did I know it?
So Jackie just turned up the volume.
I know. I reached over and turned it down.
Even I saw him do it.
I turned it down.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. Now you say that.
I don't know.
Yeah, like he didn't just turn the volume down because it simply got louder. He didn't know how it got louder.
That's the only way it would have gotten louder.
All right, go back. It's not worth discussing. Okay, so Scott doesn't know anything either. And you know what? I've already gotten used to the new sound. Scott, do me a favor, though. Seriously, call someone and ask them if they did something so we can rectify the situation. So, otherwise everyone will forget. And
okay.
I'll have to deal with it for the rest of the week. Thank you. It's distracting.
Well, anytime you come in and all of a sudden you're listening to something that sounds very different.
Yeah, it sort of sounds like we're underwater. I know you can't hear it at home, but it's in our headphones. And I don't mean to waste your time with this on the show. I mean, we should be talking about important things. But
what important things?
I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about. No, I got a lot of stuff actually to talk about. I got a whole briefcase full of stuff that I never get.
Is it important, though? That's the question.
No, of course not. It's all idiotic stuff. I want to take a break. Then I want to talk about Fred's wife.
All right.
Fred's wife?
Yeah.
You learned something about her?
I was thinking about her yesterday.
I see.
I thought she really changed since she married Fred.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make my... I'm going to make my argument.
Okay.
When
how she's changed?
Yeah. In fact, I'll need Gary. Hey, Baba Booey, do me a favor. Take the phone call from Fred's wife yesterday and put it... just cue up to the part where Fred's wife goes, well, Howard, if it was you laying on the floor, it would have been different. All right, put that one up. I want to address that.
Do you want to juxtapose it against previous phone calls?
Yes.
You even hear a difference in the voice?
Oh, the sweet voice. It's unbelievable. I tell you, when I'm done, Fred's going to throw himself down another flight of stairs. Okay. Because it's true what I say. You marry these women and they change. I warned you 100 times.
Just slipping the ring on the finger and saying I do makes a change?
I mean,
because they haven't been married
think so?
2 weeks.
Yes.
You really think so?
I don't think there's a person in this room...
I could be logical now and say why she was like that, but that's going to really just get in the way of the facts.
I think they take drugs on the aisle.
I do, too, because I think they take drugs on the aisle as well. I agree with that statement because I never used to agree with that statement. That's a sexist statement, but I'm going to tell you something.
What does it mean?
No, I'm not a sexist. I must tell you something.
You think it's only your relationship, but then when you witness it, You're objective.
You see it, Jackie.
Even Jackie sees it.
I didn't see it in my case.
Jackie, in his case, he didn't see it.
Fred.
You see, I saw it in Jackie's case. He didn't believe me. That's okay. So I so now I can prove it.
As long as he sees Fred's, I will say there must be some validity to it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Well, in all fairness to Jackie's wife, I think she was acting the same way before she married. I don't know. I didn't know her that well.
Well, what I could say is that Jackie acted differently.
Yes. Yeah, Jackie used to be a lot more
Well,
fun.
you know, if there was a drug on the aisle, I was going to take it.
Right. But the point is, Fred's wife, you can hear the difference. We've tracked her all along. And it was really weird, too. It was like kind of a weird little thing to say, like a little... Howard, if it had been you, everyone would have treated you differently. Like, Fred and I don't have those feelings about each other.
I was so caught up in just hearing what had happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention to what she said, so I really would love to hear it back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want you to hear it back.
She'll use the excuse like that Fred almost died or something.
Yeah, but I'm saying we treated
something stupid like that, Howard.
When Fred almost died at his bachelor
like I was
party.
lying unconscious for 7 hours.
Don't get defensive, dude. Fred, let me make my point.
Howard, I'm not being defensive.
You are.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to somehow with a crowbar and a wedge.
No, it's weird.
And a little bit of something to actually sort of tell the truth.
Your wife was my groupie before she married you.
This may be the truth.
Okay, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade.
You weren't.
Nope.
You know, in
If I
her
may.
defense.
Yeah.
In her defense.
Yes.
It's like you weren't the one that was lying in that room. And she's married to me, so it's like it was scary for her.
I'm not saying that.
No,
it's interesting
she's not
what
saying
she.
no.
I'm not even saying
And
it wasn't
I'm telling
scary
you,
for her.
if anything that was said at that moment, she was under a great deal of stress.
Well,
And
sometimes
what comes out?
what comes out during stress? Anti-Howard.
Please.
If Howard had been laying on the floor, he would have been treated differently.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's gee, now she's obsessed with how I would have been treated.
You're
Fred,
pathetic.
Fred's my friend.
You're pathetic. This is the worst argument you've ever come up with.
No, it's not an argument. It's an observation.
Observation. Attack.
No,
I want to say
he
attack.
wanted to listen back to what she said.
I want you to hear it because I've got to open your eyes.
Howard, I've heard it. I know it. And
you heard it?
I heard it yesterday.
All right, you need to hear it again.
I don't need to hear it again.
Oh,
if you want to play it for the edification of your audience, on the other hand,
that's different.
and continue to beat a dead horse, that's another story.
I really thought you'd wait till the stitches were out myself.
I did too. I mean, here, I'm 7 hours unconscious. My face isn't even healed yet, and already he's jumping on my chest.
You can't even fight back because you're talking like this.
I know. Is he talking strange?
I am talking
Fred
strange
can
because I'm
hardly
trying
move
not to
his
rip
chin.
my stitches.
The great thing is the stitches have made him a better ventriloquist because he
There you
can't
go.
move his mouth.
You know what's funny? Fred has I know. Fred has stitches all over his chin. But I was saying to someone the other day, yesterday, actually, I said because my wife said, "How does Fred look?" I said, he doesn't look that bad. It actually looks better with Band-Aids all over his face. It's better than that stubbly growth, that goatee he has.
Well, I'll draw a little, fur or something.
It actually looks pretty. If you just drew some brown lines, it wouldn't look that different.
I was wondering, now, when he cracked it, did he have that stuff growing under there?
Yeah, they had to shave it off.
Dude, they shaved him. They had to shave him.
laughed at it.
Yeah. Because that's a beard. How long has he been growing this? For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Fred had an unfortunate accident at his bachelor party. He drank
or in your case, a fortunate accident.
Why are you taking it that way? Why are you saying it's a fortunate accident?
I'm making a joke.
No, you weren't. I believe.
I believe everything you were saying.
Right. I agree with
I
that.
forgot.
All right.
Well, how could
Every
it have
time
been?
you make a joke on the show, it's a joke. Anytime anybody else makes a joke on a joke, it's, I don't know.
How could it have been a
I'm very
fortunate
confused.
accident? How could you
Because an
say
almost
such a
death
thing?
experience is a lot of material.
I have friends who say, it's unbelievable. When Fred talks, what the hell's he talking about? Hey, my theory is that little beard of yours broke your fall.
You think?
I think it saved your life.
Could have been a lot
It very
worse.
well may have. It was like a little airbag of hair.
So, anyway, I want to analyze Fred's princess.
Please do.
Because I worked myself up into a lather over
Oh,
this.
really?
Yeah, I'm laying in that. I'm laying in bed last night, and I go.
You are a kook.
Hey, thank you. I go into. You better thank God I am.
Listen to who's calling who a kook.
Yeah, I know that's pretty scary. What is it, Gary?
2 minutes for the tape.
Yeah.
Well, one of the listeners said that this will happen to Fred since he painted the swastika on his head.
Yeah, there you go.
Indeed.
Hey, I painted the swastika on his head.
Maybe you put a curse on him.
I think I did. Because the same thing happened to Hitler. He fell down a flight of stairs after he drank 15 tequilas. All right, let me take a break, Fred, and then we'll analyze it. Hey, try and look at it objectively.
I'll look at it objectively.
That's all I ask.
I will try to actually fill you in of what really is going on.
Well, try to divorce yourself from the situation.
Yeah, get it divorced. Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We have plenty to get to. We have to open Fred's eyes this morning. And after that, who knows what will happen right after these words. Before we talk about Fred and his relationship, his new marriage. Was everybody talking on the street yesterday about Fred and the bachelor party?
A lot of people were.
Yeah, me too. Everyone said it was classic.
Everybody loved it. I was on Prodigy last night, and there was a thing. It just said Fred's bachelor party. There was like 20 responses, and everybody said it was the best radio they've ever heard.
Yeah.
But they couldn't believe that Fred got that drunk.
I told Fred that he had reached legend.
Yeah, he reached legendary status.
And then somebody wrote on there, said, Ralph's a great guy. Fred's in a coma and bleeding, and he wants to go on.
Yeah. Well, Ralph was doing anything to just sort of, like... If Ralph would have had his way, Fred would have been like an ornament on the floor.
Yeah. People would have just stepped over him
I would in the middle
and
of like
kept
his
going.
blood pudding under my chin and in the corner with a hooker.
Could have thrown ice on Fred and put our drinks in there.
Yeah, because everyone was in shock. Not that Fred was on the floor and almost dead. It was just that the party was over and it was cooking.
That's what Ralph kept saying. The party's over.
I know. It was just like everyone was in shock. I can't believe the party's over. Is that phone call on there?
I have the tape of Princess Norris, but first, this is a guy who called Mother Angelica, mentioned your name, and she just totally goes off.
Yeah, but now the first time Mother Angelica is this...
She's that nun, right?
Yeah, she's that nun, the TV nun. Not Sally Field, the flying nun, but this is a different nun. She's this nun that... She's about 100 years old.
She sort of looks like Miss Butterworth in a habit.
Yeah, and she's got a big giant wooden cross, bigger than the one they actually hung Jesus on.
But she wears a habit that it just isn't worn anymore. You know, you only see her face. That's it. It's brown.
Yeah, and it's got wing flaps on it.
Right. Yeah. She's got the whole thing.
She's very nun. You know, she's like super nun.
The nun.
And evidently she gets herself on TV more than anyone on the planet, which is a miracle. There's the miracle. If God is still performing miracles,
she knows there is a God.
Yeah. So the first time someone called in and mentioned my name, she just didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. Somebody must have filled her in.
Yeah, because the first time she sort of seemed lost.
Yeah.
This time she was right on target, huh?
The word nun is so close to nut. Isn't it?
One letter.
N-U-T. I don't know. I'm very down on religious figures, especially the ones you see on TV. Especially Jerry Falwell. And those types, the ones that just milk you for all your money because you're a sap. God, I'd love it if everyone just stopped paying those guys. I'd love to see what they do.
They disappear from TV?
Yeah, I'd love to see their empires crumble. Hey, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
I don't think this mother asks you for money, but somehow she must get money because that's how she pays to get on TV.
Every month or week, she sells another video of the best of Mother Angelica.
Oh, really? I didn't know there were those videotapes.
Oh, a best of.
Yeah.
I got to get those.
Best of Mother Angelica. You can imagine the happy times you party with those tapes.
I got to find that.
What are the circumstances that you watch those under? Like, what do you have to do?
I think you got to be in pretty bad shape. I think you have to lose your job. Family members have had to have died in a freak accident.
And what does she constitute as the best of? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. The ones where she wears her super giant cross. So what happened? She ragged on me?
No, she ragged on me. She was saying that I was going to go to hell and everything.
Really?
All right, let me hear this.
Yeah, okay. And this is a long one, so just...
By the way, sir, you probably will go to hell.
But not because of anything she said.
Yeah, I recognize your voice. I know what you've been up to. Go ahead.
All right. So just tell me if you want me to cut it off in the middle.
Hey, that'll do it. We have another call. Hello?
Hello, Mother?
Yes.
Hi, this is Ralph Sorella from Martling, California.
Hey, what is your question?
My question is, does Howard Stern turn you on?
How, what? Another bad call? You know, people like you are sick. You're really sick. You're the cause for chastisement.
I can't understand her.
The good people have to suffer because of people like you. There's so much evil in the world.
Evil?
When your defiance of God and beauty and goodness and holiness is so evil. I feel sorry for you.
She's like a voodoo woman.
And everybody liked you. And you always wonder, why does God permit evil in the world, huh? Why does he? Because he gave you free will. See?
I can't understand it.
He gave you free will. And
sounds like her collar's on too tight.
we need to pray for you because let me tell you what you're doing. See, your mind is so full of filth.
Filth.
That God is blocked out completely.
God is what?
Blocked out completely.
And if you died like that, you'd go straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
You see, I don't believe it. It doesn't exist because you believe it. It exists because there are a lot of people like you there.
All right, hey, turn it off because we can't understand it.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason it's really muddy.
Yeah.
It's her voice.
Nah, it's your connection or something.
Okay.
Maybe the way you taped it. I don't know.
Yeah, you demon. Isn't that funny? Like, she has zero sense of humor. So, let's
what
say,
did he do? He didn't do anything.
He just said, this Howard Stern turn you on, and right away she has him going to hell.
You're evil.
He's demon-possessed. He's ruining it for everyone.
That's why we all get chastised.
She is really weird, man. Like, did you hear that reaction immediately? You are sick.
Yeah. You are so sick.
You are so sick. Boy, that's a religious woman.
Thank you.
Yeah, just completely destroy the guy.
If there weren't guys like him, she'd have nothing to talk about.
I know, but she's the girl in school everybody goofed on. I'm positive of that. I am positive in her fifth grade
she didn't
class.
have a good time.
Yeah, I am positive because you look at that puss and no one was sitting in,
having fun with her.
Yeah, and I'm sure that she was completely ostracized. And now, for the first time in her life, in her old age, people are listening to her because she has this nun thing going.
She's happening.
Yeah, so now she's finally getting to say everything she wanted to all the bad boys in her class who turned her off.
You know what you are.
You're
evil.
Sick. Evil. Demon-possessed. And they're like voodoo women.
Yeah.
You are demon-possessed.
And then it's always the same voice. Doesn't modulate, doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
This is Sister Angelica, and you are sick.
You are sick. I wonder who really is the sick one there. Mother Angelica or this guy?
And we all liked you.
Yeah, we all liked you.
You're sick.
Oh, boy.
It's a pretty heavy thing.
We should put you to death.
You're going to hell. It's not a hell because you believe it. There's a hell because there's a lot of people like you in it.
Yeah, what does that mean? I wonder. Scarier is that you memorized her entire speech already.
She was droning. I was hypnotized. You kept saying, turn it off. I was like, no. Mother Angelica, listen.
I'd like to hear it. Hey, can you send us that tape so we can hear it clearer?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, send us the whole thing. It's just hard to hear over the phone today.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Did anybody else have problems with it?
It was hard to. There were lots of words that were just
garbled.
Unintelligible, yeah.
Yeah. Sort of like Fred Friday. Lots of words that were unintelligible.
But I had an excuse.
Yeah. At least you were drinking. Hey, thanks, dude.
Could you put someone on with me to tell me what to do?
Yeah, okay. Hold on.
Up on Real Thrill 2, you have
Princess Norris?
Princess Norris.
All right, I'll analyze
that. Did she get promotions and she's now Mrs. Norris? She's still a princess or is she a queen?
I think the name Princess Norris is just so perfect. Because like I said to my wife yesterday, I got upset. I said, did you hear that voice on Princess Norris? And she goes, is she still a princess? I go, very much so. Now she's more a princess. Before it was a joke. Now she really is a princess.
Are you sure she's not a queen? Off with his head.
Lady Norris.
There you go.
Lady Norris.
The Duchess Norris.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Duchess Norris.
Got her own little crown.
Yeah. Oh, boy. We ought to have the Duchess Norris in here so we can see her on camera.
There you go.
You're not kidding. All right, let me take a break and we'll analyze the tapes of the Duchess Norris.
All right.
Right after these words. We have excuse me.
Back with the Howard Stern Show.
We have a very busy schedule today, Robin. We have guests coming in. We have a lot of things. Guests coming into our little house here. Think of it as a house. God, it's hot in here again. I'm wearing a really nice shirt today.
Uh-huh.
But I'm taking it off in about 1 second. I'm going to be nude today on the show, so.
Well, what's happening with the temperature? Before you were getting relief.
It was cool. I don't know. It just heats up in here, and They're looking into like getting some more air conditioning in here, but I don't know. It just seems to. It's always like parts are on order, and they had to work out who was going to cover the cost of it and the whole thing. It just takes forever. But they say we'll have it by winter.
Oh, good.
So it should be everything should be
cool.
Everything should be copacetic.
It'll be cool in the winter.
Well, I think there's a whole argument who's going to pay for it. You know, is E going to pay for it? But it's here. The radio station paid. So there was a big argument going on, and then finally that all got worked out.
Meanwhile, you're sweating.
Meanwhile, I'm dying. I'm dying here. I really am.
I just hope that once you're cool, it doesn't mean I'm freezing.
Oh, yes, it will. Nothing is ever perfect on this show. It's impossible. What is it, Baba Booey? Is there a woman on the phone that wants to talk to me?
Yeah, she has a weird take on the O.J. case, or a different take, I should say.
Well, hello, ma'am.
Hello.
What is it you want to say to me quickly? Because I have to get to the tape of Lady Duchess Norris.
Well, actually, the opinion which I've heard nobody discuss was the fact that the Los Angeles Police Department have used some of the best psychics in the world to uncover murder cases, and instead of O.J. spending hundreds of millions of dollars on these lawyers, this revolution of lawyers.
Let me get this straight. Let me cut to the chase. Are you suggesting that we should solve the O.J. case with a bunch of psychics?
Well, I'm just.
I almost said kooks.
I'm just saying that.
Listen, ma'am. Do you believe in Santa Claus? Yes or no? I want the answer. I want the straight answer right now. Do you?
Yeah, when he brings me real good presents.
You believe in Santa Claus?
No, but what I'm.
Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
What I'm saying.
I said, do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
Yeah.
How old are you? Are you a grown woman or are you a child?
I'm 35 years old.
You're 35 years old. You don't believe in Santa Claus and you don't believe in the Easter Bunny.
No, but.
And yet you want to turn over a murder case to psychics?
What I'm saying...
You don't know yet that psychics are fake?
What I'm saying is there have been several successful psychics...
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe a man... Ma'am, do you believe a man can bend a spoon by staring at it? I want to know.
You mean that idiot, what's his name?
Yeah, that idiot. Do you believe in that idiot?
Should we call him in?
Why don't we call him in?
No, but what I'm saying is, what do they have to lose for the money that...
Fred Norris is a psychic, and he says O.J.'s grandmother did it. Should I take his word for it? You would take the word of a psychic in this?
Mr. Stern, what I'm saying is, for the millions of dollars that he's putting out on this extravagant... legal backing for probably a couple of $1,000. The Los Angeles police
Are you a psychic?
Probably pull in some of these psychics that have helped them on many murder cases, and if they don't like what the psychic has to
You're not answering my question. You're doing a monologue. You are doing a monologue. I got to ask you the question again. Are you a psychic?
No.
Do you go to psychics?
No.
All right. I am a psychic, and I'm going to predict something right now. Today, you are even stupider than you were yesterday. That is my prediction. And look forward to tomorrow. That's right.
Mr. Stern.
Yes.
Do you think that...
Do I believe in Santa Claus? No. Do I believe in the Easter Bunny? No. Do I believe in UFOs? No. Do I believe when I die I'm going to go to some place called heaven? No. Do I believe in a hell? No.
Do you believe Howard's innocent or guilty?
Howard?
I believe
O.J. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Do you believe O.J.'s innocent or guilty?
He is 100% absolutely guilty. Of course he's guilty. What are you, cuckoo? Oh, come on.
Doesn't she remember that one of the first people who visited O.J. was Dionne Warwick?
Oh, that's right.
Another brilliant psyche
she is not brilliant.
She can sing. She should stay out of the psyche.
Honey, listen to me. Now you're putting down Dionne Warwick. 2 seconds ago you were suggesting to bring in psychics. Now you're making fun of them. Who shall we bring in? LaToya Jackson?
Is not a psychic.
Oh, how about LaToya Jackson? Is she a psychic?
Oh.
Or Sylvester Stallone's mother? She reads the tarot cards. Should we bring her in as well?
Mr. Stern,
Don't call me Mr. Stern.
How Howard, do you
She called me Mr. Stern like she's a trial lawyer.
I'm sorry.
She thinks she's on Perry Mason.
That's right. He's being very professional with you.
How dare
Do you believe in psychics? No.
No, of course not, because I believe in holding on to my money and not handing it over to charlatans.
Absolutely. But what I'm saying
Listen to me. I don't want you thinking about the OJ case.
The Los Angeles police force has used psychics.
All right.
many
And that'll
times
hold up in court.
successfully.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for wasting my time.
What does O.J. have to lose for a couple of grand compared to a couple of million?
If O.J. wanted to prove himself... If O.J. wanted to prove himself innocent, he would agree to take sodium pentothal right now and answer the question, where is the murder weapon?
He would have been screaming the day that they took him in.
All right. That's, of course, he would have been screaming that the day to go in. A man who was innocent would take sodium
why
pentothal.
would he get a psychic when he knows he's a murderer?
Because this woman is a kook. And when you are a kook, you make kooky statements. That's how you maintain your kook status. There are kooks running around in this country like you would not believe, Robin.
That's amazing.
And thank God for this show. We are a beacon for kooks. And we can expose them.
We're like a kook light.
And you know what it is? This is the saddest part. You know who that woman was?
Who?
Matilda Cuomo, my opponent in the...
Your opponent's wife?
My opponent's wife in the gubernatorial candidacy. Governor Cuomo's wife.
Oh.
No, that was not Matilda Cuomo. But I will say this. There are kooks out there who you go to parties or you in your everyday life who you meet and you don't know how to deal with them. There's no dealing with them. At least we can hang up on them. This is why when they take polls, they find that 70% of black people find O.J. innocent. 30% of white people find O.J. innocent.
52% of women.
52% of women. Here's a guy, an abuser of women.
Used his wife like a football.
Beat her up, beat up the first wife, beat up the second wife, and 52% of women. That's why you got to beat women.
Oh,
they make no sense.
That.
Now I understand.
Stop it. I only have to beat 52% of them.
And look at this. Yeah, only beat 52% of them. What they should do is take these 52% and let O.J. punch them around a bit and see how they feel. Give them to O.J.
Tonight, in fact, on what is it, A Current Affair, they have O.J. I mean, the tape they're finding.
O.J. doing what?
O.J. playing poker with a bunch of women. Nothing but women.
Oh, hot women?
Hot women. I mean, like Playboy, Playmate
Look
type
at the
women.
life this guy was living. What is he doing?
And he's the only guy in the room.
Oh.
And he's sitting there dealing the cards going, hey, anybody for 5-card stud? What about strip poker?
Yeah, O.J. Well, anyway. Unbelievable. Let me get back to my discussion this morning, what I really want to talk about, which is Fred.
The greatest travesty.
The greatest travesty of all. Fred's new wife, Princess Lady Duchess.
Oh, there you go. Boy,
Allison Norris.
Are you angry at her?
No, I'm not angry at her.
Come on. You're angry.
Fred,
just
hear me out. Hear me out, and then I'll talk to you about it.
I think she's a Vicomtesse, Howard.
The Vicomtesse? What is a Vicomtesse?
She's showing off
there's the Vicomte and the Vicomtesse.
Oh, tell me about that. Is that a Spanish thing?
I think
no,
that's
Robin,
French.
you're a Vicomtesse, except there's one
Is that dirty?
And it should be taken out.
Turned up
Got it.
down.
So Vicomtesse Norris.
Yes.
Vicomtesse Norris. That is her new name. She has now graduated to Vicomtesse.
Go play with your cats, will you?
Fred defending his wife for the first time as a married man.
There you go. There
you go.
You two barracudas on her case.
I'm trying to give her a new title, a very classy title.
Oh, sure you will.
Let me tell you.
A bitch slapper with words.
Let me tell you what I feel.
What?
You must have been really hurt.
No. Not too hurt. I got over it pretty quick.
You had Gary going out.
I got over it pretty quick. I just said it's really interesting. This sweet girl, this Allison, who called my radio show many years ago. How many years ago was it, Fred? Do you know?
7, possibly
7 years, possibly 8. Fred doesn't even remember. He's trying to forget.
Sentimentalist.
Oh, he took a bad blow to the head.
1987.
It's 8 years ago. Whatever. 8 years ago, this lovely girl, Allison Norris.
Yes.
Calls up my radio show because Fred is playing Dial-A-Date. And I matched these two up. Fred chose her out of 3 beautiful women. They go out on a date and romance blossoms.
They hit it off that first night.
And obviously his wife, a big fan of mine, but she was a fan looking for a way into the show, and she found it through a weakling.
There was the door.
There you go. There was the door. She saw an open door. Went in through a weak link in the chain. What?
There's your comparison. You pull a little chunk of that tape.
Oh, yes.
That's
the first... Oh, hello, Fred. How are you?
Well, she was pretty feisty even then, too. Because she tried to make
I'd like to lick you.
I'd
like to lick you on your belly and chest.
She didn't want to go for it.
All right, so yesterday, it's just kind of funny. You know, Fred had a horrible thing happen. At his bachelor party, he had a little too much to drink.
Yeah, he had a horrible thing. He had a bachelor party.
Yeah. He had a bad thing happen to him at a bachelor party.
The worst part about it, Neil was there.
And Fred got himself inebriated.
Yes.
And
Big time.
He
super inebriated.
He fell off a flight of steps.
You know, you're using the wrong terminology.
Yeah.
Fred got himself poisoned.
He did. He was in such a coma.
Now, I was talking to a doctor yesterday. He says people die.
They do. I'm telling you, I thought you were dead.
Oh.
Jackie, have you ever been a .03? Do you know of?
I'm sure I haven't. I don't think, but I told a lot of people that as much as I've drank, I have never just fallen over.
You've never gone into a coma?
Never.
Well, usually you've been driving at the time.
Have you ever been brought...
I'm sitting down driving.
Have you ever been brought to a hospital in your drinking career?
No.
Never. Okay, all right.
There you go.
Right.
I got him beat.
Right.
I got him beat.
All right. So Fred is the king of all.
So while he did it more times
of all
than me,
abusers.
I've been to jail a few times, never the hospital.
He's been to jail twice, but never the hospital.
Show off.
See, that's what drunks do. They get taken to jail.
Yeah, not Fred. Fred goes right to the hospital.
Well, they're not in,
Fred was in a life-threatening situation in all seriousness.
Very true. He was in bad shape.
He was in bad shape.
Let's say that Fred had those 18 to 25 stitches put in without anesthesia.
Right. Let's just say Fred had endless blood pouring out of his mouth.
Let's say Fred vomited on you, the strippers, and a nurse.
Right, and that was the biggest tragedy.
And
I fired Fred during it, and he didn't even know it. I go, Fred, you're fired.
No, believe it or not, I've never even thrown up on anyone.
Oh, this was unbelievable. This wasn't throw up.
Myself,
he hit people across the room. I was sitting next to him. And he had 3 women on him at the same time.
There's nothing more entertaining than projectile vomiting.
He looked like Linda Blair.
All I know is, I know that my leg was like all wet, and this girl was screaming, and I go,
and he wasn't right next to you.
I said, what a baby, you know, a drink just fell on her. And yeah, he was next to me.
Oh, a drink fell on her.
Was he touching you?
First.
No, our legs were kind of like near each other, though.
All right.
I thought it was a girl's leg. I didn't realize I was rubbing it. So, you know, and our legs were near each other, and then Fred, I love the look on Fred's face, because it's weird being described, and you have no idea what you did. I could be making this whole thing up. It doesn't make a difference.
You want to know something? And I'd have to take you at your word.
I know. Well, I'm not lying. So all of a sudden, my sweatpants were all wet, and when I put my hand in the vomit, I thought it was a drink. So my hands were covered with vomit, and my pants. Unbelievable.
You know, it was great watching Fred yesterday as this whole thing unfurled, because he didn't know how far the whole thing was going.
He didn't know about Gay Rich.
With each passing thing, his eyes were opening wide.
And he didn't know about Gay Rich, and I didn't have the heart to tell him until we got on the air.
Nobody told Fred that until...
Did anyone tell you?
No.
No one even let on.
And no one said
No one knew how to say it, Fred. Fred, if I tell you, if I had a videotape of this, you would commit suicide.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you and Gay Rich, you were stroking Gay Rich, but you were stroking him in a G-string.
I was no. See, that's your psychosis. You would do like a swan dive.
Fred, it looks so natural.
You know, you never made that clear. Was he naked?
He was in that little thong.
Yes.
That's a girl's thong,
G-string,
right?
And him and Gay Rich was wrapped around Fred.
He must have been bursting.
I mean, it was unbelievable. And Fred was so passionate
Fred
and cooing.
was holding him, his bare chest,
as far as now wait a minute.
Head was
it's
on
gone from
chest.
stroking his arm and singing to billing and cooing.
No, you were cooing and crying. All right, okay. I'm just telling you that you had gay love, okay?
No, I didn't have gay love.
And it didn't look that foreign. It looked natural.
People thought there was a kiss, remember?
You look beautiful. Well, Gay Rich was kissing Fred on the cheek.
I think
whether there was a kiss on the lips, I don't know.
Deep down, that's something that you would like to explore yourself.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Well, you already have, so I guess it's over for you.
Yeah. The mystery is still there for me.
I've done it. I think it's time for you to open your door.
Fred, all I got to say is one little innocent kiss on Dave Hawthorne's back 10 years ago. I never heard the end of it. I wasn't stroking.
That kiss wasn't so innocent, and you weren't drunk.
And you weren't crying.
Right. Fred at least was drunk.
There you go.
So anyway, I'm telling you, it was wild. I am telling you, it was the wildest thing I ever saw.
Howard says that he didn't know what to do. It was too intimate. He wanted to leave you two alone.
That's how intimate it was.
Right.
You've got to have the feeling.
I was embarrassed watching.
And it didn't enter into your intelligent mind
that
I was possibly like beyond the point of all reason.
At that point, I didn't know.
What if Rich had gone for a full kiss
I really can't believe that.
He might have.
What do you think would have happened?
Fred would have gone for it. Fred didn't know what was going on.
Oh, you've just said it.
I am telling you.
You've just said it right there.
I know, but I didn't know at the time.
And so when you're drunk, you forget sexes?
Robin, we'll get you looped up and we'll see what happens with you. You'll probably be in there with a giraffe.
I think Fred, after 2 days, is finally hitting him that he was with Gay Rich.
Yeah.
He's upset.
No,
I don't blame you for being upset. Don't take it out on me.
I'm not upset with Rich. I'm not upset about
you know what? You want to know listen, I didn't know how drunk you were.
When a guy almost everybody keeps telling me how close to checking out I was. It's like
I didn't know how
matter.
At the time when you and Gay Rich were in each other's arms, I didn't know how drunk you were.
Right.
I mean, I knew you threw up, but I figured, hey, now he's okay. He threw up. He's feeling better. And you were sitting there. You were wrapped around him. And I said, if this is what went through my mind. I said, if this is the case, that Fred has feelings for men, and maybe that's why all kinds of things are racing through my head. That you got yourself so
you
drunk.
really ought to get a degree in psychology.
Maybe. I said, maybe the guy's drinking
because
a great
imagination.
He can't admit his gay love.
Right.
And now he's with a woman, and now he's locked into this woman thing.
So why wouldn't I
said, what a weird time to come out of the closet now that he's married.
In front of Neil, Ronnie, Dominic, Barbara.
I couldn't believe he came out.
Angie, Grillo.
You really wanted to come out.
That's the best place to come out of the closet.
Let's just do it in front of everybody.
Yeah. So I'll tell you something.
And I don't put down gay people or
and
gay
I'm going to tell you
all,
something. If tequila turns you gay, I tell you, we got to outlaw tequila.
Tequila has to be taken off the
market. It does, Fred. If you know Fred was in Manhattan yesterday going to liquor stores and breaking all the tequila bottles.
Amy Temple McPherson now.
It was unbelievable, Robin.
Fred is in the temperance league.
Yeah, Fred now is anti-alcohol.
He walks up
Only for me. Everybody else can keep
going into liquor stores with a baseball bat.
Yeah, it turned him gay. Yeah, right. He's got his badge on.
He's got that big drum.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What went through my mind, because I didn't know you were that drunk, I said, God, this is unbelievable. Like, Fred has never been so uninhibited.
Yeah,
he's like, with Gay Rich, he's stroking him, they're kissing. I said, this is unbelievable. And it looked natural, and they made a great couple.
You see, you just opened up the whole
Wait a minute.
Maybe Fred was making out with Rich and then realized that this whole gay thing was coming about, that if he threw himself down a flight of stairs, people would think he was so drunk he didn't know what he was doing when he was doing the gay thing.
That's right. Maybe
a lot of logical thought going on in a highly illogical
theory.
Maybe Fred was so embarrassed by his gayness.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Or Fred was so destroyed by admitting his gayness for the first time that he actually tried to commit suicide.
It was a suicide attempt.
Suicide attempt.
I may have been drunk, but you guys are absolutely lunatics.
Wait a minute.
Oh, man.
Where was Fred's head? Like you see him
now
sitting
be
there.
careful.
His head was resting on Gay Rich's chest.
Now you could see his face.
You could see half his face.
Half his face, but he was definitely...
It was buried in Gay Rich's breast.
I see, okay.
And Fred was curled up on Gay Rich.
And Gay Rich had his arms around Fred's neck.
Right.
And Fred had his arms around...
his waist.
Wow.
And stroked his arm, because his arm was laying on his side, so he'd have it around his waist. And Fred was just going like this, stroking Gay Rich. Like, you stroke a pussycat.
I see.
You're like this. And they were cooing, and then Fred started weeping into Gay Rich.
Oh.
I said, I think Fred's coming out of the closet. I said, I didn't know you were this drunk yet. I know you're not gay, okay? Man, take it easy. Maybe you're gay. But
if I am,
you gotta say
if
that.
I was,
it's a possibility that you're gay, but you don't even know it.
If I was, oh, please.
It's a possibility, Fred.
Fred, this only comes out when you're drunk.
It's possible, the sun will come up at midnight, too.
I know I never have been as drunk as you were. But I've never
been. I think you've had 2.5 beers in your entire life.
No. I've had.
Oh no, man!
What are you saying? I'm going to tell you how much I drank. I have been.
Never.
You didn't know me in college. In all fairness,
that's how many years ago.
But I was out of control.
And also, time has a tendency to exaggerate certain episodes. All
right. Whatever you want to say. I know that.
What Fred's saying is, over time you can become.
Of course.
Oh, over time you become gay. Okay.
Oh,
all right, so you're saying...
Right. So in your 20s, you wouldn't have stroked Gay Rich, but now you would.
As a mature man, I might feel less uptight about it.
Right.
But Fred, I'm telling you.
What?
Thank God you lived, because I'd have nothing to talk about.
We couldn't tell all these
glad
stories.
I did.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me anything, but Fred died.
I know.
If this
There you
had-
go.
Yeah, I'd have to keep the gay rich stuff to myself.
Differently.
I'm not going to let Fred's name be besmirched at his gravesite.
That's
There you
right.
go.
I wouldn't allow that. That
Can you
story
imagine
would have...
Allison and Gay Rich both there in black?
Yeah,
know.
with veils.
But when Fred passed out, you don't understand something. When Fred was passed out and had damage and blood was pouring out of him, Gay Rich was running around like the wife.
The widow.
The widow. You had to see.
Fighting
glad
over
someone-
Fred.
You had to see Gay Rich.
I'm glad at least someone was showing some concern.
Oh, we all
You were.
showed concern.
Well, Fred, you went to the right person.
Yeah.
There you go.
You went to Gay Rich.
Well, I sensed there was some sensitivity there.
He was running
He
around.
makes up for all the
You know
insensitivity that was going on.
I would have
All
sat
I
on your
have
lap
to
and
say is
stroked
this.
you, but I thought you would have beat me up.
All I have
didn't
to
know
say
you would
is
go
this.
for
Tried
it.
it.
I didn't know you were gay.
Listen.
Tried it.
From
I
now
didn't know that you were
on,
homophobe either.
Hey,
All right, maybe I am.
from now on, when we have those conversations about desert islands
Yeah.
and guys,
Yeah.
just know that Fred would.
There you go.
I don't know. He
Fred
was awfully
Wood.
drunk in
There
his
you go.
defense.
But Fred would. He was close.
Yeah, that's right.
What you're saying is if there's ever a
16
shipwreck,
shots of
make sure you
tequila.
get Norris's rowboat.
If Gay Rich had been aggressive,
16 shots of tequila and like
if
about I
Gay
don't know
Rich
how many
had
beers.
been aggressive, Fred, it would
Right.
have been all over for you.
You think?
I know.
And I would be held responsible if I was like.
No, I'm not holding anybody responsible
No,
for
not
this
much,
happens
no.
to a
Let's
number
just
of
keep
people,
staring at
Fred.
It does, Robin?
Yes, it happens to a number of people. They get incredibly drunk.
Ever
and they're-
happened to you, Robin?
And they're taken advantage of.
Ever happened to you?
But the point is, they
Robin,
did
answer
it.
the question. Ever happened to you?
The point is, they did
Ever
it.
happened to you?
No, of course not.
Oh, well then, thank you.
If it did, there weren't 25 witnesses.
There you
It
go.
certainly wasn't in public.
There you go.
It wasn't in the middle of a club.
What can I say? See, that was my big mistake. Actually going and having a good time and being uninhibited
Exactly.
in front of you.
Exactly.
So now you know why I never tell you.
But who knew where your
Good.
inhibitions would lead you, or whenever
Fred.
they were released?
You know, there is
This
some good
took me by
news to
storm.
this.
What
Look
is
how
the-
many more clubs his band can play now.
I know. Everyone wants to see him in the
Gay
gay club.
Fred.
The gay Fred Norris
The
band.
bathhouses.
That's fine with me.
The bathhouses.
That's fine with me.
Oh, you know any Bette Midler?
It works for Striker.
Imagine Fred playing a gay bathhouse now because the
I
gays have
say-
accepted him.
Do the wind
Very
beneath
good.
my wings.
Not my key.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, listen, that's not the point. Whether Fred, if Fred is gay, that's his business.
and God bless
Not ours.
it.
That's it.
We still love it.
That's right. I love you. I don't care what your sexuality is. You're my friend, and you work the Gary
No,
Puppet
you don't,
better than
you, don't,
anyone.
you don't care what my sexuality is. That's why you like carp on it.
I don't care. If you,
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Freddie,
You're homophobic, man.
No, I'm
You
not.
really are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
That's not fair to say.
Well,
Did I help you even though you were in a homosexual relationship 2 seconds before you passed out?
I don't think you did. I think you said, which way's the door?
No, I didn't. That's not the case at all.
Freddie, could we avoid...
I'm sure your wife told you that.
What's that?
I know. I hear it in her voice.
No,
Already the
you don't-
resentment sets in.
you don't hear
Howard's
anything.
the enemy.
You don't hear anything.
If Howard
No,
was
no.
laying on the floor, it'd be all different. I'm going to play the tape of Princess Norris from
Wait a
yesterday.
minute. Who's the guy that
The
was like lying in the
The
hospital after
Vicomtessa.
blood? Wait a minute.
The
Hold on.
Vicomtessa.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
It's like, who was the one that was lying in the hospital, like practically, comatose,
Yeah.
with blood pouring out of his
Practically
chin,
comatose.
Yeah.
and you're upset over somebody, like, being upset over the fact that possibly I might have, like,
Now you
stepped
are
out?
right. No. I just wanted to just comment how she says right away, if it was Howard laying there, it would have been different. I don't know how it would have been different, but if it was Howard laying there, it would have been different.
All we really know is that you got taken care of and you got to the hospital.
Yep.
And I'm getting taken care of real well right now.
And it only gets worse. It was one hell of a bachelor party, though, my friend. No one will ever top it.
No one will ever top it.
No one. Not even Ross Sape and Gary's stupid
Never.
friend.
Never.
Right.
Well, he's not gay. So.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
there's only one step past where Fred went.
I know.
Death.
Or bestiality.
That's it.
Bestiality. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's one area I haven't tackled yet, but you got to get me drunk.
There were no animals in the room.
All right, Fred, listen. No one cares what your sexuality is. I personally think you're a heterosexual who didn't know where he was at the
All
time.
I know is that when Fred travels, he does carry a picture of the dog.
He does?
Oh, Robin, you're so evil.
All right, let's take a break. Obviously, Fred's upset. By the way, his chin is healing incredibly quick. You notice?
It's amazing.
No,
because,
seriously. Look.
I was surprised because just looking at him at a quick glance, you couldn't tell anything's wrong with him.
On the TV
almost
camera, you
the
can see.
hormones.
No, look, you see?
The Band-Aids almost look better than that beard.
Yeah, they do. I was telling Fred's uptight.
Maybe you ought to go to the Band-Aid look.
Fred is really uptight about the Band-Aids and stuff. And I said, Fred, I want to tell you something. I said to him during the commercial, I really meant this. I said, I was amazed that the Band-Aids actually
improved your look.
Yeah, they look better than that scraggly beard you had. No, but it's not that noticeable. Am I right?
No, I didn't know that anything was wrong with Fred until you told me.
Because I said, Fred, are you self-conscious about the bandages? And he says, yeah, you walk into a store, you want to explain to people. I said, don't be, because it's really not noticeable.
Yeah. It's like he cut himself shaving.
Yeah, it really...
It's not noticeable.
It's not.
Mark Harris looked worse.
He did. But,
see, when you had plastic surgery.
That's right.
Tell me he had a facelift.
I think I'm Mark Harris.
Fred literally went through, like with the pain someone goes through with a nose job or something and didn't really improve in any way.
Well, you know what? He should have had him tighten him up a little bit
while he was
having
there.
Something done.
You could have done anything. You could have tattooed a boat on his chest. It would have made a difference.
Eagle on my back.
All right, let me take a break, Robin, and then I just want to play this tape so I can show Fred that women do change once they're married. And same with my wife, same with Jackie's wife, same with all wives. Gary's wife, same thing. 2 seconds later, after Gary married his wife, 2 seconds later, I'm Mrs. Delabate, the producer of Howard Stern Show. They all change.
Do you know who he is?
Do you know who my husband is? He's the producer of the Howard Stern Show.
First of all,
Robin was
that information comes from Robin, so it's already tainted.
I didn't say it's from Robin.
We all know it's from Robin.
No, we don't.
No, Robin said that on the air.
No.
What? I don't know what he's
Howard's
talking about.
quoting something you claim you ran into somebody.
Not true.
I said something that my wife said something about, and Robin.
They all change.
To me.
They all change. They all change. They all change. I'll prove it when I get back.
Each man thinks his wife has it, but every other guy's wife did.
How come I'm the only guy who knows his wife changed?
The key word, Robin, is partner.
Right.
Get one and then talk.
I don't know, man. They all change.
I just like to say one thing. I don't doubt that what you say is true, that all women change in the course of a marriage.
Yes.
In this case, though, I have to come to a
This is very dramatic.
We're just trying to document when it happens.
We're going to document it.
I'd be able to run this.
I never heard it change in a woman. She's like this. I've been on the phone to my lawyer. I said, whoa, when did the Contessa get a lawyer?
There you go. Well, it's like they call. They come out of the woodwork.
They sure do. All right, let's take a break, and I'll prove my point when we get back. And we have a lot to do. We have guests coming in today.
We already have one waiting.
Who's waiting?
Kenneth Keith Callenbach and his mom.
Well, he can wait. We'll be back right after. All right, Kenneth Keith is outside waiting for us, but I just wanted to play this. Now listen. This is your wife, the Via Contessa. What is it, Robin?
The V Contessa.
The V Contessa Norris. Just listen. You don't have to talk so much.
Try.
There's a change in her.
Well, I'll try and understand what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh, that's Kenneth Keith Callenbach's tape. Wait a second. Sorry about that. Isn't that amazing how your wife's voice changed once you married her? Allison used to be this sweet,
soft-spoken girl.
I think this was before, like, I was in a hospital for, like, 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, you got to realize, Howard, if this were you, let me tell you something. If this were you, Neil and Ralph and all those guys would have not been, like, calling up laughing. They would have gotten you out of there right away, but it wasn't
you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Did you hear that? But it wasn't you. Everything is, I go to a party. I try to do something nice. I said, hey, why don't we have a bachelor party for Fred? Right?
Yeah.
You can't do anything nice. This is why I hate doing nice things. This is why I'm a skunk.
Yeah, I think you're really misreading.
No, your microphone is off. So the wife has a terrible thing happen to her husband. And Fred really... Let me just say a sentence, will you?
Okay.
And then I'll give you time to respond.
Okay.
He's getting all defensive. I am the yardstick by which all things are measured in life. For some reason. I don't know what I do to bring this out in people. I'm a guy. I'm a disc jockey. I got into this business. I don't know. I like to have fun. I don't know. I like to talk on the air.
Talking. I'm trying to pay attention to you. I
don't know.
Piping up over there.
I met Fred in Hartford. We decided, hey, let's do some stuff together. We've always had a nice friendship, a nice relationship.
Nothing's ever come between you.
Nothing ever comes between us. We have a nice relationship. I mean, what can I say? It's a pleasure. Fred had died. I would have been the first one at the funeral. I would have been honored to be the best man at his wedding, but of course he saw fit not to invite me. But okay. Bygones, let bygones be bygones, Robin. I said, let's have a bachelor party for the man. Then admitted,
your place to throw the bachelor party.
I feel the responsibility to throw a bachelor party. That's all.
And you threw a good one.
Terrific.
Hey, tell everyone, Robin, about the time I bought Fred his first pair of shoes. You talk about a guy's relationship with another guy.
Yeah, you said you can't go to the big city barefoot.
Yeah, Jethro. What?
Roll your pants.
Yeah, roll the pants down and wear some shoes. All right, now listen to me.
Here's a belt. Take off that rope.
Right. So listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, everyone. because this is an important lesson. So, Fred and I, we don't have any beefs with one another. So he marries the Contessa. And, what is it again?
The V contest.
The V contest. And, what's the V stand for? Vagina? You're another woman. Anyway, V Contessa.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I threw the bachelor party in all innocence. I thought it would be a fun idea.
It was just, guys bonding. Right. Now Fred's one of the group.
Fred got a little bombed, more than a little bombed, inebriated, and he passes out, and he gets a terrible thing, and his wife's upset. So we hear her on the phone. I'm just upset because everyone's laughing. Now, if it had been you, Howard, now it's I am the yardstick by which everything is measured.
Well, let's look at that. If this had happened to you,
so why didn't she marry me
today?
What?
What would we be doing today?
You'd be goofing on me,
Absolutely.
But it doesn't matter. In the wife's side, whenever now she is taking up Fred's cause.
Yeah.
If it had been you, no one would be standing around and laughing right now.
But it wasn't you.
Now, this is a girl who used to listen to my radio show, called in to get a date with Fred. I've done nothing but good things for her. Well, why the hostility to me?
This anonymous fax says, now that she has married Fred, Princess Norris probably thinks she is the other Allison.
Yes.
Or at least she wishes she was.
Right, exactly.
Hey, Fred, wake up. The princess married Howard and is just living with you.
That's right. Now she's part of my life.
There you go.
Now when I have Fred over the house, it'll be Princess and Fred.
There you go.
I tell you. This is my nightmare. I told you to stay single. I told you not to get married, you moron.
Oh, man.
This person faxes, Howard, Fred's wife has a voice that could make a man turn gay.
Now he is gay. Listen, Fred, I understand why you went to Gay Rich. You don't have to explain yourself to me. All right.
Everybody can read between the lines.
Everyone read between the lines. If it was you laying on the ground, what do you want from me? It's not me laying on the ground, and if it was laying on the ground, I hope they would treat me as good as we should.
Can I ask something?
Why is it my fault?
It's not your responsibility to be, to take care of how everyone acts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in charge of Ralph and Neil.
He's not mad at Gay Rich. He's mad at you all.
Oh, us? What did we do?
I'm not mad. I'm just, if you listen to this, I mean, if it were anybody else's...
Honey. No, Allison, I think we're laughing now because Fred's all right.
No,
I don't think we were laughing then.
I think she feels the situation might have been handled
only Ralph wanted to keep the party going.
Cavalierly, that's Ralph. He was worried about Fred. I want to get to the part where she goes... I can't find it. Oh, I got the wrong tape. That's what the problem is here. I'm rewinding one tape. I like when she goes, it's you. Isn't that amazing how your wife's voice changed once you married her? Allison used to be this sweet,
soft-spoken girl.
I think this is before, I was in a hospital for 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, you got to realize how...
If she's upset about Fred, why is she taking it out on me?
Yeah.
If this were you, let me tell you something. If this were you, Neil and Ralph and all those guys would have not been calling up laughing. They would have gotten you out of there right away. But it wasn't you.
That's exactly what we did.
Absolutely, Ralph would have been in the chair, and Neil would have been on the phone, and Dominic would have been guffawing so much you wouldn't have been able to understand a word he said.
I know. But if it had been you, Fred would have been treated differently if he was you.
But she's saying that the next day, these guys wouldn't be calling up laughing.
Oh, not much.
If it had been you.
Me and Gay Rich had been in a huddle.
There you go.
My life would have been over as we know it.
Believe me, I would never have let you rest.
Tell your wife to lighten up, man. I'm not the enemy.
I was about to tell you to lighten up.
Okay,
man, you're just too uptight.
Okay, you don't hear it, man.
No,
love is blind. Love is blind. Love is blind.
Well, he's got a lot to make up for, Howard.
Love is blind.
Okay, I've managed to be quiet for at least 5 minutes, so can I respond?
Love is blind.
Can I respond?
Love is blind.
Okay, I guess not.
Love is blind.
That's how it works.
Love is blind.
In his defense, Howard, he does have a lot to make up for. He was hugging a man.
There you go.
Right.
So he's got to come to his wife's defense.
That's right. What is it?
I just want to clear something up. I never called the house laughing or anything like that. I called your house to see how you were doing.
Of course.
And I didn't make any jokes or anything like that.
She was talking about on the radio.
On the radio.
Right. Everybody, she was just...
Look at Ralph all upset. Okay. You know what Ralph told me?
What?
All right, this is pretty funny. And then I'm going to get to Kenneth Keith. Fred, relax. I'm just killing time.
I know that.
Okay, now listen. I like your wife. Just get her in line, okay? Don't let her walk all over you.
She's not walking on me, and she wasn't insulting you. She really was.
All right, okay. Well,
if you want to take
Robbie, come on.
If this
was you, Howard, it would be a different story.
No, she was.
Everyone with me. What do I want from me?
Why would it matter? This happened to you.
This happened to you, and we handled it properly.
You're taking something, and you're really steering it in a direction. You're really manipulating.
That's what I do for a living.
I know that.
All right, okay.
I'm just trying to point that out to you. I'm just trying to point that out to you so that you're aware of it.
Is it my fault you got so drunk you were stupider than the Gary puppet? What do you want from me? So Ralph, afterwards, after the bachelor party was completely done, and Ralph had accompanied...
And Fred was gone.
Fred to the hospital. Yeah. The whole thing. Fred was gone. It was clearly over. Ralph was in shock, and Ralph was loaded out of his mind, too. So he was so drunk, he walked out, and what street did you make it to?
50, right around the corner from the radio station.
Yeah, all right. Right around, Ralph just plunks himself down on the street, passes out on the street.
Passed out?
Passed out. He's laying there. So, of course, a guy's laying there drunk.
Oh, my goodness.
So the cops come up, and they start yelling at Ralph that he can't lay there. He has to sit up.
No. What had happened was... a little bit, put my head
in the street.
Next thing I know,
he laid on the sidewalk on 57th Street. He lays down in the middle of on the middle of the sidewalk. He takes his knapsack and uses it as a pillow.
Did he put out a cup?
And he's sleeping. Okay. So the cops come along and they tell him he has to sit up. You're not allowed to lay on the street.
But the funny part is it was really hot, and I had my shorts on, and they took my shirt off, because I was walking around the streets and it was hot. So there I am laying there with my shorts on, no shirt. I must have looked like a homeless pup.
Yeah, why don't you just go home? Well, get a hotel room. You're working.
Well, yeah, he couldn't go home.
I just needed to mellow out for a few minutes.
Yeah, so he mellows out for a few minutes. It turns out that everybody sees him there. Who saw you on the street?
Wait, but the cops kind of kick me, and he goes, hey man, you got to get up. You got to get up. And but you could stay here. You just have to sit up. So
yeah, for some reason there's a law you can't lay down.
Yeah, not a lay law. It's a sit-up law.
Yeah, you could sit on the sidewalk. What is it?
My wife came home that night.
Oh, that's it. It was Mary, Gary's wife.
She said, was Ralph wearing like a red bandana and shorts and stuff? And I go, yeah. She goes, I was going by on the bus. I saw him on the corner. He looked like a homeless guy. He was sitting in Indian position, but he was just sitting on the street.
Yeah.
She said all he was missing was a sign.
You got him.
She couldn't reach him from the bus.
Right.
Then one of the interns came up to me in the afternoon. He goes, hey, man, were you passed out on the street the other day?
Oh, man. It was really wild. It was a wild day.
Maybe it's better that all happened because God knows what had happened to me. I would have kept going.
And you would have ended up with Gay Rich. All right, very good, Ralph. Thank you. Get out. Enough. Go out, lay in the hall. Sit up, don't lay down. So
now you know where he goes afterwards. He goes to the street, goes back to his corner.
I said, babe, Ralph probably has fun. He's a single guy. No, he just goes out to a street and lays there. Let me take a break. Kenneth Keith Kallenbach is stopping in. I want to meet his mother.
Ah. We've never done that before, I don't think.
And then we have another special guest coming in a couple of minutes, too. The great Jim Carrey, formerly known as the white guy on In Living Color, but now Ace Ventura.
Yes, everything has Ace in it. When you read a Jim Carrey article, everything is aces for Jim Carrey.
Well, he's the most... It's really weird. Every article you read about him now is how he's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with anything, but now he's making a lot of money.
The jackpot.
Right. So we'll take a break. We'll meet Kenneth Keith and his mom. And you'll hear Kenneth Keith's audition tape. I'll tell you when we get back. Yeah, all right. So much stuff to read to you. So many callers to listen to. But quickly, let me say hello. Oh, am I wearing the wrong glasses? Why didn't somebody tell me?
Weren't you in the right glasses all morning?
I'm not wearing my sunglasses, and I'm on TV, for Christ's sake, Robin.
When did you take them off?
My eyes will be revealed. No, if my eyes are revealed on TV, I'll lose my powers.
Oh, dear. Where are your sunglasses? I could have sworn you had them on when you were screaming at Fred.
You know, that's stupid. Here I'm doing all this good material, yelling at Fred, and I'm wearing regular glasses. Where's that stupid-ass Ralph supposed to tell me I'm wearing?
He's supposed to notice things like that.
Oh, here comes Kenneth Keith Kallenbach and his mother.
Yeah.
Hi, Mrs. Kallenbach. How are you? Kenneth Keith, for those of you who are just tuning in or perhaps don't remember, new to the program, Kenneth Keith, I met you when I did my Channel 9 television show. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And Kenneth Keith, of course, we met him. He wrote me a letter and said I can blow smoke through my eyes. Mrs. Callenbach, do you remember any of this, or is it all a blur?
No, I remember.
You do remember. And does your mom blow smoke through her eyes?
Is it a family thing?
No?
No, I never seen it.
No. You don't do that?
No.
Have you ever seen Kenneth Keith do it?
Sure, I've seen him try it.
Right, but
you've never actually seen it happen.
Well, I think you have to be in a dark room, don't you, Ken?
Nah, you can be in a lit-up room.
Well, you know, Kenneth Keith actually puked on my foot once.
Yes.
When he tried to... I keep getting puked on.
I think he was one of the first to throw up on you.
That was the first time I've ever been thrown up on. Has Kenneth ever thrown up on you, Mrs. Callenbach?
No, I don't have any souvenirs like that.
No chunks? You never threw up on your mom?
Nah.
Did you ever show her those videotapes you make, by the way?
Did you ever show your mom those videotapes you sent me?
I don't know. Did you ever see the videotape?
Well, let me just say, so that's how I met Kenneth Keith. He sent the letter in, and now he's been coming on the show, and he's kind of funny to listen to, so we certainly put him on, and he's trying to get some kind of career in show business started.
Yes, now you say there's an audition tape?
Yeah, well, first he tried a career in stand-up comedy, but that's not going too well, I guess, huh?
Nah, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, deal with, I don't know.
When you hear your son talk like this, I see you laughing, Mrs. Callenbach, but I'm sure you're crying inside. I'm sure when he was a baby, you looked at him and said, well, maybe this will be Dr. Callenbach one day. He will make
Was he your first child?
He's my only child.
Oh, that's sad. You didn't want any more children, or you couldn't have more children?
Well, he was enough.
He was enough, right?
He was a handful.
You mean, you had him, and it was like, wow, this is a lot of work.
Right from the very beginning?
Well, he was such a beautiful little baby. I just thought, well, this is it.
He's perfect.
Why have another one?
I think you look at Kenneth Keith and you go, quitting time, right? Onward and upward from here.
Let me try something else. Maybe I'll take up knitting.
No, but I mean, when you hear that the guy almost can't communicate, I mean, do you start to question yourself as a parent? Because I see you're a lovely woman. You seem very intelligent.
You seem normal.
You seem normal, as a matter of fact. Is that would you? I would call you normal.
Well, gee, thanks.
Yeah. Do you ever say to yourself, how did this happen?
How did this happen? Well, he's in a search for some kind of comic routine. I hope he finds it.
Were you ever tested, Kenneth, for intelligence or anything like that?
No, but I believe I'm above the level of intelligence, which makes everybody else, they look at me and say, he's weird because I'm more intelligent than...
Yeah, but in reality...
No, I don't think he has any idea of
Mrs. Callenbach, did they ever... Did he ever... did you ever bring him to doctor, psychologist, or anything to have him tested or anything?
No, never did.
Never?
I'm talking to no freaking...
Wouldn't it be better not to know, huh?
Let's pretend he's a genius. No, but I mean, Mrs. Callenbach, you knew you knew right away, I'm sure, at an early age, that he was not like the other kids. He didn't do well in school, did he?
Oh, he was great in school.
Really? You had high grades?
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Straight B's.
Good student.
Straight B's? And what happened? Was there ever talk of college for you?
Yeah, there was talk about it, but...
You just wanted to go right to work for the post office, huh?
Yeah, there was, I just figured I'd do that.
You didn't need college?
Nah, I don't need college.
Well, he is surviving without college. But when you and Mr. Callenbach look at Kenneth, is it a disappointment to you, seriously?
Oh, no. We're proud of our Ken.
Really?
Well,
and what's to be proud of, though? I mean, was he ever taught to wipe properly? I mean, he just doesn't even... He doesn't even do that.
I'm sure, I'm confident that he can do that.
Really?
Yeah.
But, I mean, you seem very intelligent. I mean, you seem like a regular mom.
Well, thanks. I try to be.
Do you work, or are you a housewife?
I work.
Oh, you do work?
I work, yeah.
Where do you work? Like, what kind of work?
Well, I'm a telephone operator.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
So you work hard. Your husband works hard. You've certainly lived the American dream. You've got a beautiful trailer you live in. So Kenneth now comes to you and says, Mom, I want to be a stand-up comic.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel he has a chance?
Oh, sure. Same as anybody else.
You encourage him?
Well, Well, sure. If that's
You never slap him into reality and say you're not funny, you retard, or anything like that? I mean, you ever have to give him straight, tough love?
You don't call him retard.
I mean, do you call him retard sometimes?
No, I leave that up to you guys.
Really?
No, I don't let people tell me what to do. I say, I'm doing it, Step aside, I'm doing it.
Do you? I mean, you can see he's jerky. He's dopey, right? I mean, he's dopey. He acts dopey. Do you? Like if my father would take me aside if I acted like you, and he'd say I act dopey. He'd say you act stupid.
Silly.
Silly, yeah. Do you ever tell him he acts silly?
Yeah, I tell him he's silly sometimes.
Do you try to get him in line, or you've given up?
Have you talked to him about his future?
His future?
Yeah.
There is no future.
This is it.
This is his shot.
Listen, no, wait. Don't I go around the house making weird noises all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Go, yee, yee, yee.
And why do you do that?
It's just
Yeah,
fun.
why do you do that?
Because I make myself laugh.
Now, is Kenneth still living in your house?
No.
He did move out.
Right.
He got a girlfriend.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, now Kenneth...
You got the empty nest syndrome.
I think it's nice.
Now, Kenneth has never really gotten girls except for really fat girls.
Yeah.
Girls at, parties that nobody wanted. So, I don't know. Do you know anything about Kenneth's sex life?
No.
You've never heard him talk about it?
Oh, no. No, I've never been there.
Well, tell your mom how pathetic your sex life was.
Well, did you ever see me bring any girls home?
No.
Isn't he weird? Like, he can't even look at... Do you kiss your mom?
Nah, it's not like that kind of relationship.
He wouldn't be kissing on his mom.
You never kissed your mother? When's the last time you kissed your mother?
I don't know. Maybe once in a while, kiss on the cheek. Maybe...
That's what we meant,
once
Kenneth.
a year.
Yeah, I didn't mean like do you make out with your mother. That's for your father to do. She's a lovely woman, I mean, but I don't expect you to do that. Mrs. Kalmbach, does it pain you that your son is not affectionate toward you?
Oh, he's a very kind, thoughtful person.
Does he ever hug you and kiss you and say, thanks, Mom, for being a great mom? He does? So you hug and kiss your mom?
Once in a while.
Once in a while.
I don't
Do you
think...
kiss your mom goodbye when you after you see her for the day?
She knows I love her a lot. Why do I have to hug her and kiss her all the time?
Does he ever walk around the house nude? Do you ever see Kenneth naked?
No.
When's the last time you saw Kenneth naked?
Oh, probably when he was about 3.
Oh, really? So you have not seen him since then? I see. That's fascinating. So, and you never had to take his temperature rectally as he was growing up, Mrs. Kalmbach?
No, probably not.
No, you didn't care about an accurate reading, I guess. It didn't matter.
So his brain was a little hot.
Yeah, big deal. So anyway, Kenneth, of course, met a girl. Well, tell your mom about the kind of girls that you would have sex with at parties.
Well, some of them were ugly, some of them were nice. But, no, I had nice and,
But nobody who stuck around.
Only one. Why didn't you tell your mom the truth? Only one night stands.
Yeah, a couple months relationship at a time. Nothing more than that.
What? Couple months
All of a sudden you got a history.
Are you embarrassed to tell your mom the truth? And look how his mom looks at him adoringly, and he will not even look at his mom. Look at your mother when you talk to her.
Why?
Why can't you? Do you notice that Kenneth can't look at a person?
He won't look at anybody.
Do you know that, Mrs. Kalmbach?
And sometimes.
What is his problem? Have you ever looked into that, getting it diagnosed? The guy can't look at you. He can't look at you. Did you notice he doesn't look at you?
Well, I guess it's commitment to affection. He can just say, "I love you too," but I guess it's.
But he can't look at He's trying to look at you now to compensate.
But as long as she's not looking at him, he can look at her.
It's not that I can't look at her. See, look, I'm looking at her.
Yeah, now you're looking at her, but you really.
But how long can you do it?
How long can you look at her for?
I don't know.
Do you hate your mother in some ways?
No.
Are you mad at her?
No, I don't feel like I have to be tested.
All right, take it easy. No one's pushing you, pal.
All right, now I'll look at her. Watch.
Well, you do have pretty eyes.
Thank you. But what about your son? You think he's got eyes like Charles Manson? All right, now, Mrs. Kalmbach, you know as well as I do that Kenneth, I think you probably had your suspicions, Kenneth didn't have a lot of women. And when he got a woman, it was basically for sex. It was not a loving thing. All the girls that were hot wouldn't look at Kenneth. Is that accurate to say to your mother?
Any girl you'd bring home.
You didn't even bring home any girls, right?
Not really. I couldn't get any hot blondes.
Well, he was too busy being silly.
Right. With his dopey friends.
Sure.
So he finally gets a girl. He went to a bar, and he finds a girl, and within a week now, he's engaged. Are you married yet?
No, we're just, living
Has someone
together.
told me you're having second thoughts?
Well, we're just living together to see how it goes. I don't need to rush into anything.
Now, who gave you that advice? Your parents?
Nah, nobody gave me the advice. A couple friends told me, I said, yo, dude, moving in with this girl. They were like, what? You don't even know her.
Well, all your friends are jealous. They don't have any girls.
Yeah, they don't have girls.
Do your friends have girls?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Girls they live with?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Fred, even Kenneth Keith knows women change after marriage.
There you go.
Kenneth is taking his time.
So, because this girl is like, you saw her, Mrs. Kallenbach? You met the girl?
Oh, yeah, she's a nice girl, pretty
She's a doll,
girl.
very pretty.
Very nice.
Don't you think Kenneth should rush to marry her? Because what are the odds of him getting another girl?
Unless he kidnaps her.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's one of those things they're going to have to work out between them.
I see.
So you're not in any rush for Kenneth to get married either?
No, I don't get involved in that. That's
his business.
Mrs. Kallenbach, it sounds like you don't get involved in much with him. I'll tell you the truth. It seems like you're a hands-off parent. What is it, Gorilla?
Well, why don't you tell Howard about the club you went to? The Late Trapeze?
Late Trapeze?
Well, what do you know, Gorilla?
No, I know that him and his girlfriend went to this weird club.
Oh, really?
What's that?
What kind of weird club?
I don't know. You tell him about it.
Well, it costs $90 a couple to get in.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of weird sex stuff going on in the club.
Is that a sex club, Kenneth?
Did you go to a sex club?
It was phony.
It was Fione?
It was phony.
It was phony? Look at your mom's face. She's like, I really don't want to know about this.
It's legal, so,
Right,
so wait a minute. What was going on in there?
Just, I don't know.
The rooms have mattresses with no doors.
Really? But you went to the sex club, but you didn't do anything?
Yeah, because my girlfriend...
wasn't up for that.
She wanted to leave.
My fiancé.
My girlfriend.
What happened? Tell him what happened. Why did
my
you want to
fiancé. Now, there's a word that shouldn't come out of Kenneth's mouth.
Well, he has trouble with it.
Well, it's just a room, a club where everybody... You have
sex?
You have to take your clothes off before you go in.
Oh, so you did that?
Yeah, and then she was like, come on, let's leave. I don't like this.
Really?
But what was the end result? Like, from what I heard, a Japanese couple came up and asked to join in, and then that was it.
You left?
Oh, so you were in a room with her?
Yeah, they came in and they said, yeah, can we join in? We were like, nah, get out of here.
Yeah, you finally got a girl. Why should you share her with anybody, especially some Japanese
Why is he
guy?
going to a club to have sex with her? They live together.
Yeah, why don't you just have sex in that stupid trailer you have?
It was fun. It was exciting. I'd never been to one before.
So you walked around naked in this club?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at Mrs. Kallenbach in front of your mom. Your mom has to hear this nonsense. Mrs. Kallenbach, you haven't even seen your husband naked, let alone Kenneth, right? I mean, isn't this terrible? Is this shocking to you what Kenneth is up to?
Well, it's different.
It is.
It's what other people...
I wish my mom was more like Mrs. Kallenbach. Like, yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it doesn't get on his case.
Yeah, it doesn't get on his case.
Tell him what to do. But then you turn out like this. How?
you know, did Kenneth ever talk to you about drugs? Has he ever smoked pot or anything? Do you know?
No, he never said he did.
Do you smoke pot?
You want to tell her, Kenneth?
Well, growing up, childhood, everybody has to experiment with different things. Sure, I tried this and that, but, hey, I never had the problems with them.
Look at his mother, all puzzled. Like, this is stuff you and your mom can't talk about, so it's good that I'm here to mediate, right? I mean, I can like, now your mom's really learning about you for the first time.
Well, there's nothing to talk about.
Oh, there's plenty to talk about.
You? We could really fill her in.
So anyway, Kenneth is trying to get some kind of career off of the show because we have him on, and he feels he's famous.
He doesn't know what to do with his fame.
And like Elephant Boy gets booked for gigs, and he sees like Captain Jank's got a record album, and Stuttering John has a record album. So he's saying, gee, maybe there's something I could do to generate some income.
And
off
so
of this.
what has he tried?
So he's tried stand-up comedy. He tried a music career for about 5 seconds, right? Didn't you try to put out an album?
Yeah, I've been doing, to whatever.
Now he's sending letters to our radio station trying to become a disc jockey.
Oh.
And he really wants the job because it's not like a goofy Kenneth tape. It's like Kenneth trying to really be a disc jockey.
Well, he's serious.
Yeah, real serious on it. What? Right?
Yeah, right.
What is it, Baba Booey?
Not only does the tape, come with, like, I guess a short bio, which I haven't seen, but it comes with,
Oh, it's
it comes
press
with
photo.
a press photo.
Yeah. Oh man.
I got Kmart picture.
It's a Kmart press photo. It's very funny,
It's
actually.
like, it's like the Sears baby photo.
Yeah, I'll show it on TV here. Look at that.
Looks like he's caught in somebody's headlights.
Yeah, look at that. Like a deer in headlights. Mr. Kalmbach, you can have this picture. It'd be very beautiful for you to frame.
Thank you.
So now he has a press photo. So you want to hear some of Kenneth's audition
I would
tape?
love to. I mean, should we have the general manager in here to listen so Kenneth can get an immediate reaction?
No, Tom has no say anyway. He doesn't know talent. But the funny thing is, Kenneth's tape doesn't sound that much worse than Mike Gange's tape, our intern.
And he went to school for 4 years.
Yeah, right. But here's Kenneth being very serious about being a disc jockey.
All right.
He actually produced.
Hi, this is Kenneth Keith Kalmbach on 92.3 K-Rock, New York's classic rock and roll station. You're listening to 92.3 K-Rock, New York's classic rock station. I'm Kenneth Keith Kalmbach. That was Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones, and we'll be back right after these words.
Like a robot. We'll be back, right? You're a lot, your audition tape would be a lot funnier if you just were yourself.
Yeah. I don't know how to be myself.
He doesn't know who he is.
Getting in touch with himself is pretty scary.
Here's Kenneth's resume. Everything listed on it has got your name in front of it.
Oh, really? Let's see. Objective: seek employment as an actor on television shows or movies.
Oh.
So radio is just you're not even that into radio.
Yeah, I'm into anything,
June 30th, taped Howard Stern television show which aired on 7/14/90, in which I attempted to blow cigarette smoke through my eyes. Taped Howard Stern 7/7/90, taped Howard Stern television show which never aired. Attempted to blow smoke through my eyes. 8/10/90, taped Howard Stern television show which aired on 8/11/90, in which I attempted to blow cigarette smoke through my eyes. 12. This is his resume. 12/15/90. The Howard Stern television show aired on this date, in which I attempted to blow cigarette smoke through my eyes. 3/12/91, taped Howard Stern television show which aired on 3/16/91, in which I acted as a mental patient in a movie called Awakening. 4/23/91, taped Howard Stern television show which aired a few days later, in which I acted as a hot dog vendor, selling peanuts and popcorn to the spectators. Hey, look at this. Everything is
He doesn't have one credit that's not you.
No. And it goes on for 2 pages, and it's like, it's got a lot of stuff.
Every little appearance.
Yeah.
Well, that's all.
Well, why wouldn't you just put Howard Stern show on top and then list the various things you did?
I don't know how to write a resume.
All right. Okay, it's some resume. I've never seen a resume like this in my life. Let me hear the rest of your audition tape, because I'm enjoying it. Then I'm going to throw you and your mother out of here.
Hey, smells like Teen Spirit. This is 92.3 K-Rock, New York's classic rock station.
But you're really interesting on the radio. Are you trying to sound like the disc jockeys you hear on the air?
Yeah, I was listening to what they say and trying to imitate what they do.
So you want to be as boring as them?
No, I figured I'd, act like a normal guy until I got in there, and I'd be like, wow!
Right, then you get wild, right.
Oh, come on in!
Oh, he's embarrassing me.
See, I think Kenneth would be great on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you were listening to 92.3 K-Rock, New York's classic rock station. That was Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
This is the second time already he's introduced Smells Like...
He's backing it, fronting it, and everything.
He's certainly getting those call letters in, and he's very precise about them. 92.3. Mrs. Kalmbach, you've got to be shocked by what your son turned into. Did you have high hopes for him when he was a little boy? Did you think that maybe...
What did you think your son was going to be when you...
What was your fantasy?
Were carrying him around in your womb, and then you looked at him for the first time. You went, oh, look at my gorgeous little baby. One day he could be...
What was your fantasy?
Well, he always wanted to be a race car driver.
No, we're talking about you.
What did you want?
What did I want?
He could be...
Well, I wanted him to be anything he wanted to be. I figured he could do anything he wanted to do.
Yeah, you still figure that? After seeing him, you still figure
You're not on medication, are you, Mrs. Kallenbach? He's doing it all right. He's really gotten a lot accomplished.
Yeah, he's pretty much doing what he wants.
And if he gets married, do you think that he should have children?
It would be nice.
It would be nice.
I would like to have a grandchild.
And you feel he's responsible enough to raise a child?
Well, when he decides to settle down.
I see. You think he'll become a little...
You think he's going to change?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Well, maturity will be there one day.
I see. So you still look at him and see a lot of potential?
Wow.
Sure.
You see, a mother's love.
I tell you, they can see past anything.
Mrs. Kallenbach is like those moms they drag into court for the mass murderers.
My son couldn't do anything
My
like
son
that.
would never do something like that. Always
He's a good boy.
Eternally hopeful.
I mean, if I had to, I could get my hair cut short and put on a business suit and walk in somewhere and say, "Hey, all right."
It still wouldn't help, man.
Yeah,
you'd still be Kenneth.
Yeah, you'd still
I'm an
be Kenneth.
actor. I can act real good.
All right, act like a normal person.
All right. Hey, what's up?
There you go.
Before that, we had the Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Women, and coming right up on the other side of this, some Kiss. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
You know, he's better than Ganji.
Yeah, I know. At least he has a voice. Wow. Well, Mrs. Kallenbach, let me say, for society's sake, lock your son in the basement. Please. Do us all a favor.
Darn, you should have told me that before. I don't even have a basement.
Well, congratulations to you on motherhood and your son. And yes, I know in your own way you are proud of Kenneth. Listen,
surely, somewhere in the dark recesses of her mind, there's a lot of disappointment.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it would be proper to say it on the air, all your disappointments. That
you
should be left.
Cry yourself to sleep.
That should be left for the psychiatrist's office, believe me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And,
do you and your husband really hold each other and to try to get over it?
Do you ever talk about Kenneth? And, do you ever, go, oh, my God. But, by the way, what are you guys doing in New York, Mrs. Kallenbach? Why did Kenneth bring you up to the radio show? Did he bring you here specifically just to meet with us?
Well, he just wanted me to meet you and Robin and Jackie.
Right.
And
the other guy.
crew.
Right, yeah. The Martian. Yeah, right.
Well, how is this any different than what you're doing?
What?
What?
My entertainment. How's it any different than yours?
Are you trying to say that I'm as dumb as you are?
Well...
Oh, you think you're like me?
No, I don't think that.
Here's your audition tape. I'll play it again for you. You tell me if it sounds anything like me. Here's your audition tape.
All right. You're listening to 92.3 K-Rock, New York's classic rock and roll.
Do you think that sounds like what I'm doing? No.
No, I just meant like the entertainment business and stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
The whole thing.
You don't
know you're not in the entertainment business.
Notice that he's different.
Yeah. You don't know you're not in the entertainment business?
I don't know.
You're not?
I'm not. I don't
Would
know.
you slap some sense into him, Mrs. Kallenbach? Tell him he's not in the entertainment business.
Okay.
At any point in your, in your years, did you and your husband try to run away from home so that you could avoid Kenneth? Did you ever try to do that? Just leave him in the house?
Well, no, we would have got caught.
And what were Kenneth's first words? Do you remember?
Yeah. His first words?
Mommy and Daddy, was it?
Gee, I really don't remember.
He's still working on it.
Did he start walking at an early age or a late age? Was there anything unusual?
He started running, actually.
He started running?
He was chasing his cousin down the hall.
Oh, I see.
He's Forrest Gump.
And did he get beat up a lot in high school?
No, never got beat up.
No?
Never.
Kids didn't pick on him?
No.
Oh, he had his gang, you know.
Right. His posse. All right, very good, Kenneth. Congratulations to you. Unless there's something you want to add to the festivities.
Where did you send this tape? To Howard?
Well, I brought
to the program. Did you ever see him on my old TV show blowing up his genitals with firecrackers and stuff?
I saw that.
And what'd you think of that? Did you think that was good?
Well, it was his form of comedy. So.
Right.
And what about you went to those? I guess he had a couple of stand-up gigs. Did you go to see him? No.
Lucky for you.
Well, I got a tape of I made my own little TV show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's got a TV audition,
funny.
too.
All right, I'm going to take a look at that.
Yeah, definitely. Do that.
Kenneth Keith Kallenbach Show. Maybe I'll show a little bit on E! tonight.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, very good. Thank you, Kenneth Keith Kallenbach. Good luck with your career, your entertainment career. And Mrs. Kallenbach, of course, listen, not everything in life is an up thing. There are disappointments along the way.
I just want to find out, how's the relationship going? Kenneth, you're all right? You and your girlfriend are getting along?
Yeah, and she's satisfied just being your girlfriend? No, she doesn't want marriage?
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Are you still with her, or did she leave you?
No, we're still together.
All right.
And she's working and...
All right.
Yeah, here and there.
She not pregnant yet, or...
Nah.
Are you taking birth control?
Nah.
You guys don't use birth control?
She's got Norplant.
Oh, she's Norplant.
Remember that?
Yes, that's right. That's good. Believe me, buy her extra dose. All right, very good. Mrs. Callenbach. Yeah, get her two. Put one in each arm. Mrs. Callenbach, thank you for coming in. A pleasure to meet you. And Kenneth Keith, carrying on the Callenbach tradition. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, and lovely woman. Lovely woman.
Thank you.
My condolences on Kenneth Keith. All right, we'll be back.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
And Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling. He's going to, let's see what he has on his agenda. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD, Robin. $10 plus free shipping and handling. Very reasonable. Cheaper than Breath Ashore. Price includes full-color Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. Friday night, August 5th. 2 big shows at the Annapolis Comedy Club. A lot of people excited about these shows in Annapolis, Maryland. And for information and great dirty jokes, call 516-922-WINE. Go down to meet Jackie and bring a friend. Bring a friend. All right. Yes.
We better get Jim Carrey in quick.
Why, has he been waiting?
No, he's just he's in the guest lounge trading quips with Stuttering John.
Uh-oh.
They're both going, hey, I'm Joey Buttafuoco.
Well, you know, Jim Carrey now. In the old days, we could keep him waiting when he was on In Living Color.
Remember, there was a time we were out in Los Angeles doing one of those round-robin things in one of those big Grammy rooms.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey sat off to the side and waited for us for at least an hour.
That's right.
That is true.
And we've had Jim Carrey on a couple of years ago. We did him a favor and let him come on here. But now he's a big star. He can blow us off. Now he's good enough to...
I think one of the nicest things we ever did was to admit that we were wrong about Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Let me tell you something. When I first... let me say this. Well, bring in Jim and let me say it to his face. It'll be easier. Actually, probably be harder. Jim Carrey, the white guy from In Living Color. Ace Ventura.
Pet Detective.
Pet Detective. Now the star of something called The Mask, which looks really good. Really good. The special effects look awesome. Let me see Jim. Oh, big star. Big star Jim Carrey. Ace Ventura.
How much me what, Bose?
So wait a second. Let me tell you something. I'm about to kiss your ass a little bit here.
Cool.
All right? Yeah.
All right.
You're about to get your ass kissed.
Well, I got no pimples today.
Funny, big star, same clothes. Interesting.
Some things don't change.
That's right. Anyway,
Surely,
so
man.
Here's the deal. So Jim Carrey always did a good job on In Living Color.
He's been doing a good job for a long time.
But to make
I'm
that
a solid
break,
performer.
Yeah, and you know all those black guys.
Where are they now?
Where are they? Isn't that the greatest? Seriously.
Look at Damon's
Hey,
pictures
man, just because Bobo wants to pay me more money.
You know, Damon Wayans, all his talent,
better than them.
all his scary talent. We'll put one white guy on. All the black people, hip hop dancing, everything. And Jim is obviously.
I got quite good at that.
Yes, you did. I used to watch you do
that little thing at the end where they all had to dance.
By the last season, man, I was going for it.
In Living Color was really weird. There was always like 1 or 2 white performers. Jim was always consistently there and consistently white.
Consistently white, right.
And he was always there, but at the end of the show, they'd always have some white guys. And then they'd bring out rap stars to rap, and all the black people would get up and dance. And in the beginning, you'd see Jim wouldn't really dance that much. And then all of a sudden,
but remember, it used to be a circle thing where each one would get out and do a little thing, and then you'd get to the white guy.
Yeah, and it was always awkward for Jim, because he's not,
thank you.
Yeah, he doesn't want to dance. It was always like, I just want to sit this out. So then you'd do some goofy little dance that looks stupid.
Something comical.
Yeah, right, not real dancing.
Of course.
Because what comic wants to be dancing?
Right, he's not known for dancing.
He didn't exactly concentrate.
It wasn't part of the contract.
So all these black guys who concentrate on their dancing now are not in comedy anymore. So there you go.
But Damon was the first one to leave because he was going to do movies now.
Oh, yeah, he's still waiting. I think he's going to be an extra on Ace Ventura, too.
Well, he's got a movie out. Blank Man.
Oh, boy.
Blank Man going to be a big movie.
I saw the previews of that one.
Saw the previews?
Another turkey.
I'm not kidding. Anyway, so let's talk.
I'm so tired, man.
Yeah.
I never get any sleep when I come on this show.
Well, you're a big star.
I toss and turn.
Yeah, you're all nervous.
This is a big deal
I rented one of those adult videos, just to take the edge off.
Well, Jim used to be...
When I ran out of towels, I closed my eyes and
we used to be the ones who were doing Jim a favor. Because Jim's movie career, you didn't have an exciting... Weren't you in Earth Girls Are Easy and some stuff like that?
That's none of your damn business.
All right, good. Okay. Stay out of my personal affairs. So Jim was like, not like a lead role or anything,
No,
but he'd have
not hard.
no. But I'm saying he would do some movies once in a while, but nothing big had broken.
I told you, and I didn't realize how young he is. He's been around for a long time, but he started when he was 12 or something.
15. That's right. I know. Now I'm in the weird position of knowing everything about Jim. Yeah, right.
Spoiled child actor.
Used to be Jim had to know everything about me.
Right.
All right. So,
And he's Canadian, which I didn't know.
I hate that about him. I hate when Canadians
Why
come to
are
this
these
country.
Canadians so funny?
Right. Anyway,
just going down for vacation.
So listen to this. So, Jim goes ahead and they hire him for something called Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, which must have been the worst script ever written on the planet Earth, or any other planet for that matter.
The thing I liked
Besides
about
Heaven's
it was
Gate,
now
maybe.
he says, I decided to take it as long as they let me work on the script.
Right. And most guys say that and they get thrown right out of the movie. Right.
Yeah.
Well, let me say something.
It sounds kind of corny, but...
And the guy who directed Ace Ventura, Tom Shadyac? Shadyac.
Yeah.
I had seen his film right out of college. It was about penises. Right? Have you seen that film?
Yes, I have.
Right. So you were probably nervous about...
Frankenstein, the college years?
Right. So you must have been nervous even about him directing.
I was terrified, frankly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So... and everyone in Hollywood must have passed. I think Judd Nelson passed on Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, okay? So, listen. Jim says, okay, I'll do this.
For what?
How much did you get paid? $100,000 or something? No, you got paid about $400,000. That's the going rate in Hollywood for your first movie.
Okay, for a no-name star.
Well, that's what Luke Perry got for his first movie.
Okay.
$400,000. Everyone gets $400,000.
Why is Robin in the cubicle there?
Because if she was in here, she'd probably rape you right now. You become so big.
She'd be all over me.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Isn't that the gag that killed Houdini?
She never thought you were handsome until you got that
chamber.
Until you got that $7 million paycheck. Suddenly you look a lot better. You're a leading man.
Pressed right up against the glass there.
She'll be in here later. All right, listen to me. So Jim gets this script, Ace Ventura. It's a real dog of a script.
He fixes it.
Well, all I know is your performance in it was brilliantly funny. It was, I mean, you...
How much did we talk about how bad that movie was going to be?
And I said the movie was going to bomb.
Ripping me
and I even said when the movie was a hit, I said it's a fluke. If these parents are bored, they don't know what to bring their kids.
Nothing else to take their kids to.
So I got a copy of this finally, and I see
kids,
it.
let's go see Schindler's List.
Right. Not that Ace Ventura.
Anything but that.
Right. So I watched this Ace Ventura, and I'm laughing my ass off. I mean, it's really funny. I mean, it's like funny, like it's funny.
Incredibly funny.
So then I said, well, maybe I'm insane.
Dangerous. Yeah. On the edge.
I said, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just in a good mood because I'm on vacation.
Yeah, what? I haven't seen a movie in a long time.
I give it to my father. I said, you got to watch Jim Carrey in this movie, Ace Ventura. You got to watch this. He goes, I'll watch anything. I said, even Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura? Yes, I'll watch. He goes, boy, that guy's funny. I mean, he could take... I said, that's why they're going to pay him $7 million a movie. If he could take a crummy movie...
Yeah.
If he could take a bad movie and make it good, this guy's big. Now they're even talking...
And Jim kept sending messages. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Give it a chance.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you guys, please, just go see it.
So now...
Put a baseball cap on.
That's right. So now you have hit it because now people realize that really it was Jim, wasn't the director.
It was Jim Carrey.
Believe me, it wasn't the director. I've seen the editing on that and everything else. There were moments in there that should have been...
job.
Tom did Tom did a very nice job. Yeah. I would work with Tom, no question.
You going to work with him again?
Yeah. If I can.
Yeah, sure,
then he must have did a good job.
It's true.
No, but he really did it occasionally. But people say sometimes it's the director, edited it up the right way, made him look funny. Believe me, this was not the case.
It was the performance.
It was a low-budget affair. It wasn't like they filled it with special effects or anything. You saved
but we sat
that
down
movie.
at the beginning of that movie.
You made the money on the movie.
All right, it was me.
It was.
It was hard for you to say that.
Damn it.
Right.
You broke me down.
So now, all of a sudden, now this is the best story of all. They don't sign him for a sequel for Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Which they could have gotten you for another $400,000.
No, they signed me for a sequel for Ace Ventura.
Oh, they did?
We renegotiated that.
Oh, how do you do that?
Notice how I stuttered when I said that?
Yeah, right.
Renegotiated that.
Oh, you did. So the point is that you...
Oh, yeah, it was Keanu Reeves I was reading about the other day. They didn't sign him for a sequel to Speed. They did sign Jim. Okay.
Believe me, they can get anybody to play that stupid movie. I mean, Keanu Reeves now has convinced himself he's the reason that Speed...
Hey,
Speed's a great movie, but that's the case where the director made the movie.
Huh.
Your case is different. You made that movie.
When they're like, on the brink of death.
Yeah,
they're joking.
Keanu Reeves Yeah, that bothers me, too.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is under
a crazy situation, huh?
Yeah.
He's under a bus, and he's joking.
Yeah, he's joking.
He's got a line.
Right. Santa Claus is more believable than Keanu Reeves is.
What
as
are
an
these,
actor.
Firestone tires?
Keanu Reeves was Bill and Ted's Adventure under a bus. It was the same actor, no range, nothing. Now, listen.
He just didn't get to say as much.
Right.
You're crazy, man. You're on the cutting edge.
I absolutely am. Right,
There's
now
nobody
listen to me.
sacred.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Okay, so you've done well for yourself. Now, all of a sudden, anytime you read anything about you in the paper, it's how much money you make.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen?
How poor I was.
No, what's going to happen in your career now is you are going to get movies.
Oh, he's gotten them.
But you're going to get not only comedies. You're a good serious actor. I can see it in you.
You want to be serious?
Yeah, you're going to be like a Tom Hanks.
You want to be Hamlet?
You could have played that retard Gump, right? Do your impression.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Do an impression of a retard. Go ahead.
My impression of a retard?
Yeah, like Gump.
More lead paint, please.
See? Same thing. And, of course, your money...
you know, he's going to be in Batman 3.
Oh, yeah, what's that all about? That might be a
Taking
dog.
over the role that Robin Williams dropped.
Guy
Yeah, be careful about that one.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're like the soothsayer this morning.
No, Batman...
Val Kilmer coming in as Batman for that one.
I don't see Val Kilmer as a bad Batman. I just think they don't know what they're doing with Batman. They don't concentrate enough on
I'm
the
excited
Batman.
about it, though. I think it's like...
Well, you'll be
like
good as the Riddler.
3 actors that are kind of like just everybody coming into their own in the last year or so.
So what do they pay on a Batman? If they're paying you $7 million for... Well, the mask they got you cheap, right?
Yeah.
That looks like a real good movie. Now, is that out now?
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun on Friday.
Opening Friday.
Oh, this is what you're
Opening
promoting.
Friday.
The mask looks real good.
Yeah.
What is that
It's gonna
about?
be crazy.
Like some guy with a mask?
Yeah.
And what happens to you when you put on the mask?
He goes crazy.
Get superpowers?
He goes nuts.
Do you get superpowers?
Somewhat, yes.
Is he evil?
No.
He looks evil on the
Yeah,
commercial.
I don't
Basically,
know.
the mask brings out the suppressed side of your personality. For me, it's this maniac, Fred Astaire on acid lover type.
So you're a regular guy, like a nebbish.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get this ancient mask.
Right.
You put it on and it turns you into different characters.
Yeah, I send away box tops.
This will be a hit because I saw the makeup and everything.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
just find this mask.
Where did
and it
they
just
find
turns
those
me into a
teeth?
maniac. Those teeth?
Yeah.
Those are
Jim's teeth, Robin.
for this show.
Yeah, would you mellow out?
Wow.
Oh, jeez. So,
if I wanted to be insulted, I could have gone on Regis and Kathy Lee.
I was working on a movie called The Condom where you put it on and it had magical powers.
Is that right?
But nobody touched it, so I guess it's sort of like The Mask.
The green penis?
And after you're done with The Mask, then what movie is coming? That's the one they signed for $7 million,
Yeah,
right?
then I'll do Ace 2 and Mask 2. If they
You've
want to
already
do another one.
done Dumb and Dumber or whatever.
No, wait a second.
What
is the
that?
one you did for New Line for $7 million?
Dumb and Dumber.
Now, this is a great story. This is the story where now you'd been signed for like $400,000. They'd come to you, and you wanted to do Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
And you said you would do it for like $400,000.
Yeah.
And they said,
I said I
nah.
would do it for $1 million, and then...
Right. They said $1 million, and they went, oh, $1 million? We're not paying Jim Carrey $1 million. Who the hell does he think he is? Then Ace Ventura comes out. They see how good it is. They see how much money. Makes it $52 million the first weekend or something.
Yeah.
And they go, Jim, would you do Dumb and Dumber for $1 million? He goes, screw you. So then they had to pay you $7 million, right?
Yeah, like 6 days later.
Do you get that in one lump check, or do you have to get it in 3 installments, like the beginning of the movie, the middle of the movie, and then the end of the movie?
You get paid as you go along.
Whoa. But, can you imagine the pay? Was it 3 installments?
No, it's weekly.
Weekly?
It's weekly.
So it's like $1 million a week? $500,000 a week.
Something like that.
And you start fooling around with the girls on the set?
Yeah, and then what happened? You dumped your wife, and then you dumped your wife.
Yeah, of course.
During Ace. He knew.
Smart.
He knew.
You did it during Ace before you got the $7 million. Now that's the
He's a
smartest
smart
thing.
man.
How did you know how to do that? Seriously, be honest.
Actually, it wasn't a choice. I woke up one morning and I looked over at her and I thought, I just wish
I can do
her
better?
butt
What do you
was
think?
hairier.
I wish her butt was hair. You wanted a guy.
And I was just changed.
Yeah, Jim was
I
smart.
realized that I had been living a lie.
Really? You wanted men?
Yes. If
No,
I wanted,
he's
if
going
I
out
wanted
with
that, I'd go to the aquarium. You know what I mean?
Who's that piece of ass you're dating now? What's her name again? I forget her name.
I forget it, too.
Well, I call her Beard.
No, come on. Well, who's that piece of ass? You were getting unbelievable. You never got caliber of women like this. Listen, he got out of his marriage.
Well, if you don't know, man, if you haven't done...
No,
your
what
research-
is her name? Come on.
Laura?
Fred, what's her name?
I'm trying to...
Is it a Laura?
Trying to jog his memory. Damn.
Come on. You're going out with some hot actress.
Beautiful.
Now, who's the hot actress you're dating?
You don't have it written down in there, Howard?
It's just
I got it in the Globe article.
Yes, you do.
It's a beard.
Hold on, I got it in the Globe.
I'd go to a deli if I wanted lots.
I got this whole article on you. Jim Carrey's turned into a real monster, say movie insiders. I don't see you doing that, but it's possible.
Yeah, I could go.
Did you see this article?
No, what is that? The Star?
Yeah.
No,
this one says The Globe.
Oh, the Globe, yeah.
Since Jim Carrey became a star, Jim wants to be catered to now that he's a big movie star. Instead of asking people...
This is an outrage!
Jim orders them around. It's not, could you get me a soda? It's, get me a soda now.
Read that again!
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, the guy's a big star.
Get me a soda!
Get me a soda, you bastard. That's your job.
He used to say...
Do I add now at the end?
Gary, bring Jim water now. Since skyrocketing to big screen stardom after years of TV's In Living Color, Jim has left his wife and is now dating picket fences beauty Lauren Holly.
Oh,
man. How'd you... Oh, man.
Just a beard.
Oh, bull.
It is.
There's no way you're a homo.
Serious.
No.
I'm tired. I'm just tired of it.
What? Now, let me ask you something. How did you, hey, a lot of guys, you didn't have any kids or anything with your wife, right?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been messy.
how many?
So did she get any of the $7 million? I hope not.
Well, I'm not quite sure what she'll get.
Oh, you mean you guys are still going through a divorce?
Yeah, it's still early. It's still fresh.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. Hey, look.
You know what?
No, what?
The bad thing is she might be due some of that star money. You know,
No, that's not in California.
That's not in California?
That's in New York. If you're married, I know all the divorce laws. If you're married in New York, you're married in California.
Yeah.
A woman can say, well,
his stardom
not only am I taking half of your money, but your stardom is worth now $50 million, so you got to pay me $25 million, even though you haven't made it yet.
So relieved.
Yeah, it's going to be real nice. Hey, isn't it great to hear it's not all rosy for Jim?
Yes.
Isn't it great?
There is a little cloud.
There's a cloud hanging over Jim's head. Good, that's good.
And then there's that melanoma.
No, that's good. But it doesn't matter, right? Money
make you feel better?
Money's not that important.
I have a growth in my pit.
Big deal.
What I'm
get it removed.
reading,
Yeah.
what I'm reading is that Jim says his wife was drawing him out of his
character,
milieu, if you will.
Right.
He has to be into his character.
Well, my wife does that to me.
Very
into
difficult
his
to live
work.
with. I gotta say, I'm very difficult to live with. I have a lot of baggage, and I just, now when
really? What kind of baggage?
When I meet girls now, I just go, have you ever worked as a sky cab before?
Really?
I'm gonna need a lot of tags.
You don't have a lot of baggage, do you really?
Please be careful with the big trunk.
You're not a bad look. You look 10 times better now since you're handsome. You're downright handsome now that you've made all this money. I find them exciting.
Money makes you better looking.
Jim.
Yes.
We'll get to the mask in a minute.
Okay.
Screw the mask. Let's get to this very exciting life. This is exciting.
I think that's interesting where you paint yourself as this very serious person, and when you're doing Ace Ventura, that takes a lot of concentration.
Yeah, but
and
you know what?
You have to leave your wife.
Don't get into the Jerry Lewis syndrome. Ace Ventura. I had to leave my wife so I could get into Ace Ventura's character. Look at his holy Christ, I am rich smile. Do you believe the smile on this guy? Look at the smile. Man, am I rich.
You know what? No matter what happens here, I'll still be rich when
I know, that's right. Doesn't make a difference.
It really doesn't.
So did you buy anything cool with...
Not really. As you said, same clothes.
You didn't buy a house?
I have a 65 Thunderbird. That's about it.
A lot of guys do that. That's like cool.
The classic
You can bring
car.
his cool girlfriend around.
No, it's just a weekend thing,
Right.
Something to smash up.
No, you drive around in that.
Bang into people.
And what do you got, like a bachelor pad? Do you have a bachelor pad?
Well, I have a house.
Ooh. Pool?
Oh, yeah.
What do? Do you get them in the pool? Do you get the girls in the pool in the thong?
You want a napkin, man?
Oh, dude.
You're salivating.
You know what one great philosopher once said? He said, you know why divorce is expensive? Because it's worth it. Isn't that it, Jackie? Didn't he say that?
That's the exact quote.
I mean, your life, it'll be incredible. Do you know the kind of action? And don't marry this new actress you're with. Do you know the action you're going to get? Because you never got laid a lot when you were a kid, right?
You know what's funny?
Did you get laid?
How old were you? I got all these numbers and stuff, and I never used them.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't.
Yeah. Have you had 3 girls at once yet?
I'd call them up and with another voice, but
yeah, no, you've had 3 girls at once.
No, I haven't.
You have never had that.
No, I haven't.
You will.
He's been busy working.
No, I got married young, and I'm too cheap to divorce my wife.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, I love her.
That's the whole thing.
I love her.
Well, now he's having the fun of...
Still attracted to her?
Yeah.
Well, then good.
She's more beautiful than ever.
Just
but
looking right
Howard,
for me.
now he's having the fun of casting. You know,
oh,
he gets to do
yeah.
all those casting calls.
Is that right? You get to pick your co-stars?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Lay those 8x10s out.
Yummy.
Let's have her back.
Hi, Sharon Stone. This is Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey here. We're thinking of you for a film, a biopic on myself.
No, when you were young, you never got laid a lot, right? What age did you lose
I
your
always
virginity?
did okay.
You were like,
15.
but you never got a real knockout.
No,
They were all right.
First girl was kind of skinny.
Right. Okay, but I like that.
She was actually throwing up while we had sex.
Really? So, but I'm saying you were never a big ladies' man, right?
I did okay.
But why did you get married so young? Because you couldn't believe a girl was willing.
God wanted me to.
No. Why did you get married so young? Come on, be honest.
He wasn't working on any difficult roles.
No, I just thought it was time.
You figured it was like the best thing to do right at that point.
Yeah.
It was the manly thing.
Basically.
Guys are basically stupid. Like everyone tells them, hey, you're supposed to get married now.
Well, yeah. You have a picture in your head and you kind of.
And that's your life.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it goes on forever.
Yeah. Long time.
Oh, man. Let me tell you something. In The Riddler, you make sure your girlfriend, the Riddler's girlfriend, should be skinny with huge cans and lips like suction cups.
I just guess I'll let somebody else cast that one.
What voice are you going to use for the Riddler?
I'm not quite sure yet.
Oh,
actually, I am, but I'm not. I can't.
Why?
I can't.
What will happen?
No.
Oh.
They'll come down hard.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you reveal that, what will happen?
They don't want to reveal anything.
It'll be like Frank Gorshin. I could do those kind of roles. Hey, I'm the Riddler, you bastard. Hey, Batman, you bastard.
A new character, Mop Top.
Yeah, what do you think?
Mop Top's in town.
Come on. You don't care if I ask about your personal life, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, thanks.
No, I don't.
I don't want you getting offended.
I'm totally prepared.
All right, now you're a big star. So wait a second. All right, never mind the first wife. So whatever that was, okay, that's water under the bridge. That's over with. You're going to pay and pay dearly for that. All right, okay. I don't care what your lawyer tells you. What? So you got to pay a million for that.
Pay dearly.
You finally hit
deal.
it. Now it's all going out the window. But so what? You got your freedom and you got your stardom, and there's going to be a lot more dough rolling in.
Sure.
All right.
I have my work.
Right. Does the Riddler voice sound like your first wife? Oh. That's what I would do. If I got a divorce.
Total revenge.
I think it was something about taking out the trash that ended the marriage.
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, basically,
you don't ask a big star to take out the trash. You couldn't believe. I'm going to tell you what happened to you, and you don't have to admit to this or not.
Okay.
Suddenly, your fame is skyrocketing.
Right.
You're on the set all day.
People are catering to
you. You're surrounded by
before my fame skyrocketed.
Okay, but you're surrounded on the set by beautiful women all the time. You're in a Hollywood environment. I understand that.
Right.
Suddenly, you come home, and there you are. Your wife's asking you to take out trash, and you're like, hey, wait a second. What? I mean...
No, that wasn't the whole thing.
Did you have to hit her often?
I smacked her around.
Smacked her around. Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, but
I was totally fulfilled in that arena.
Right. Smacking her around.
Good for that.
No, be honest. I mean...
You can take a punch.
Jim...
I felt okay about that.
Jim, what you're saying is you felt like... Hey, wait a second. There's a whole other world out there.
Pent-up aggression or anything.
It just was not what... It just... Hey, you couldn't predict it. How old were you when you got married?
25.
And you couldn't predict what it would be like at 29.
I had no idea what was going to happen to me.
Really?
No.
You didn't know what fame was going to be like?
No. I had no idea. I mean, seriously, if you went into a movie called Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and you were like doing the stuff I was doing in that movie, would you be expecting while you're doing that movie that it was going to be huge?
No, absolutely not. That it was going to be and then that happens.
Basically, maybe a few people will see this, or it'll destroy my career.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I just wanted it to set the mask up, basically.
Right.
Like hopefully people would like it okay, but kind of went.
So you're feeling a lot of pressure now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man.
No, you're not going to crack or anything, are you?
No.
Jim's being very serious right now.
Well,
Gary had no metal detectors here.
Because he left his wife during Ace Ventura. You'd think you'd hold on to the wife if you were insecure.
I might have done that. I might have held on to her. But then he says, hey, wait, this is going really well. I'm really good in this. I better unload her.
Which part? I mean, when did that, the fate turn, where you saw it was going to go well?
Well, hey, yeah. When did you know Ace Ventura was going to... You didn't even know after it was done.
Of the premiere.
I can't believe how good it is. I mean, it's really good.
They start coming in with those quotes.
Can you imagine?
We're going to do 12 million this weekend.
And you know why that movie is good? Because if you had taken anybody else and put him in the role of Ace Ventura, that thing would have been a huge bomb.
Agreed.
Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now your life is unbelievable. You've got a house, a bachelor pad. You're doing movies now on a regular basis.
Do you see the kids?
Yes, I do.
Please. The kid.
The
Yes,
kid,
I do.
okay.
He will. He'll do that whole father. He'll be a better father
You
now.
know what? He'll be father of the year next
Right,
year.
he will. A lot of guys become better. I know I'd be a better father if I was away from the kids.
He'll
Now,
get
listen
an
to me.
award.
Believe me, I would be.
Yeah.
So now,
We appreciate them a lot more.
and you and your girlfriend live together, or are you just live in separate residences?
Separate.
So you're available for dating as well as your regular girlfriend.
Well, just while I'm in New York.
No, but I mean you will date, right, Jim? You are still very
I'm
much
not dating right now. No.
No, you're exclusive to one woman.
Yeah. That's the way I am.
Yeah. Is she a model? How come I don't
She's
know
an
her?
actress. What was she in? She was in a movie.
Is she hot? Is she very hot?
Sizzling.
Oh.
What movie was it?
You are lucky, man.
That was the Bruce Lee story, probably.
Yes, that was it. She was the wife.
Oh. Hold it a second. Hold on. I got to think about this.
He's got to loosen his belt.
Hold on a second. Come on, that's pretty major. The one in the Bruce Lee story? The one who plays Linda Lee?
Yeah.
Oh.
Detective.
Why can't I even see my script?
I was thinking about your
Are you not
script.
making a movie?
Yeah, making a movie.
We're making a movie.
And
We've got 18% of the vote for governor.
Yes, they're still saying, isn't it amazing? And I don't have a...
so amazing to see the three of you lined up.
And why am I not sleeping with Bruce Lee?
I love this.
Or Bruce Lee's wife.
Even Bruce Lee. Why am I still sleeping with the same woman? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I thought when I wrote my book and it became a bestseller, #1 on the bestsellers, I thought I'd be with Penthouse Pets. Have you got a Penthouse Pet yet?
No.
You will.
Well, I have kind of, in one way.
What do you mean?
Two-dimensionally.
Oh,
well, please.
the way everyone else had.
Yeah.
All right, so now there's pressure on you because you've got to have the mask do well. But you know what? You really don't. You do one good movie in Hollywood, that'll carry you for 35 pictures. It really will.
Ask Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Ask Bruce Willis. You know Bruce Willis? You hanging with him?
No, I don't.
Are you getting some cool friends out of this?
I haven't changed. I mean, as
Really?
far as my friends go, no.
And you're not being difficult on the set or anything and ordering people around?
Not really. Occasionally.
Right.
Yeah, but the Oscars haven't
I
rolled
go off.
around yet where he'll do all those parties.
No, he's going to get...
Strangle somebody that's not important.
You're going to get... You wait and see. You're going to get Tom Hanks kind of roles.
I was going to say, but
That would
he's
be
also
cool.
going to get Tom Hanks' Life, where he and Steven Spielberg go on vacation
Yeah,
together.
you're going to have that whole thing going, man. Soon you're going to be too big to come on this show. In fact, you might already be too big to be on this show.
No, don't.
I noticed you were in awe when I walked in. It was kind of...
How did it feel passing Chevy Chase right by? Like Chevy's standing still.
How do you mean? In what respect?
In every respect.
Oh.
Come on. He wishes he could have your career. It's just great, man. It's great. Who would have predicted? Out of all those black guys in Living Color, they all thought they were better than you, didn't they? Now you can say it. Now you know what they're doing? They're chopping up the In Living Color shows just to show Jim Carrey sketches.
Right.
I'm dancing under graves, man.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
They're taking black people out.
So now you already... All right. The mask comes out Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Which looks wild. Everyone's seen that clip on TV where like your whole face erupts. Looks
and
really
your
good.
heart is popping out of your chest.
After that, you've got this movie they paid you $7 million for, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
How's that looking?
It's cool.
Who
really
cares,
cool.
right? Because it's $7 million in the bank.
Whatever. But,
Look, he's not saying please before get me anymore.
Is there a way to shelter that money so your wife can't get every penny of it? Hey, listen, you know what? What the hell? Let her have it.
Why is he so... I bet you he's not even telling us the truth about these numbers.
I think he got $37 million.
Right. Why would he tell the truth?
That's right. He's downplaying.
Why would he tell the truth?
Okay, now what do you say?
Yes.
Then, after Dumb and Dumber, now you've shot Dumb and Dumber already.
Yes.
That's all done.
It's done.
God.
It's in the
How many
can,
weeks did you have
as
to
they
work
say.
for the $7 million? I mean, you had to memorize the script for like a week.
That'll be 10 weeks.
10 weeks?
10 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is that a week?
I don't know. $4 million a week.
800,000.
Thank you. There's a man who knows.
Can you imagine that check?
Oh, man. I've got 800. Oh, man.
But, after taxes.
Yeah, it's only like 400,000 after taxes.
Right.
So it's not that much.
Yeah, everybody else out there is going, yeah, it's not a real a lot
Once the
of money.
bloodsuckers get a hold of it.
Yep. I understand. What do you got? You got a manager and an agent?
I have managers, agents, lawyers.
Really?
A lot of people.
Unbelievable.
A lot of people.
Got a PR guy?
Yeah. Nobody's here with me now, though, are they?
Is that right? Did you come yourself?
No, there's some people out
do you?
there.
Yeah, all of a sudden you got
they're
people.
not here to protect me here.
I remember the first time Jim Carrey was on our show. He was just sitting there by himself.
I know, sitting against the wall.
Yeah, where were those people then? Waiting an hour to get on. I'm glad I made you wait. That'll be my story. I made Jim Carrey wait an hour. It's good.
You cut me off pretty abruptly, too.
That's right.
Yeah, we threw him out.
Last time,
man.
and then when you were in here, you hitched him. He hitchhiked here.
Really?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now he takes a plane.
I was naked.
You were naked. You had no clothes. You look like a homeless.
Yeah.
So who's your PR guy? Dennis Miller's brother?
No, he's my manager.
Oh, he's your manager?
Jimmy, yeah.
Oh, you're still sticking with him? You'll dump him.
He's great.
Oh.
No.
Are you making moves already to dump him? Dennis Miller's brother's a manager?
Yeah.
So Jim at one point, when he was a little down and out, whatever, he took on Dennis Miller's brother, but I think he's making plans to get rid of him. I tell the truth. You got to dump him.
You're saying that just because Jimmy's out there and he's in a cold sweat right now.
He's got to be dumped. I mean, this is it.
Sweat. Why does my head get so greasy?
Hey, tell him how Dennis Miller's sister is his maid.
He's got the whole Miller family working for him.
Yeah, Jim Carrey has a maid. It's Dennis Miller's sister.
Dennis is his driver.
Yeah, Dennis is his driver. Pretty soon, anyway. As soon as HBO dumps him. Where is he? Hey, come in here, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
He sounds just like Dennis Miller, too.
Every time we come here, you pull Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy, man. Yeah, it's always good.
Yeah. Jimmy?
Look at you bastard. You got a smile on your face like you just made $7 million on your last movie. And what movie? Jimmy, you realize that you are not going to be with Jim Carrey for the whole ride.
Laughing now?
Yeah, I mean, even
everything's changed.
Everybody dumps their people because they have to. He's got to get a higher powered manager.
Look at Roseanne. She had family. She threw him right out.
Yeah. You realize.
Dump me?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, he says I should.
Hi, Howard.
Howard says I should.
Hey, why has your brother got such a bug up his ass about me?
Oh, here
My brother and you...
no time has passed.
Your brother thinks he's better than me.
You remember the last time I was here with Jim?
Right.
Years ago.
Right.
It's the first
He
thing
does sound just like Dennis.
Yeah, it's all right. Disregard that. I think your brother's a brilliant stand-up comic.
You and Dennis put it back together, though.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You put it back together.
I don't think
we
are.
You're the best of friends.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I've always said nice things about Dennis.
He says nice things about you.
Yeah, this is different than the last time.
He loves you. He went on about you last time I talked to him.
Oh, I'm sure. Hey, this is the last...
Seriously, I thought you guys put it together.
This is the last time... the last time you were here, we didn't even want to talk to Jim Carrey because he wasn't a big star yet, and so we spoke with you. So I'm only going to give you 2 seconds. Everyone wants to speak to Jim Carrey now.
I'm not leaving now.
But you realize at some point Jim is going to have to give you the kiss off, and I hate to be the one to break the news to you. You're not. Are you a high-powered manager?
We're getting to that point.
And you get a percentage of Jim's income? I mean, now he's making $7 million a picture.
Percentage?
He's going to say, wait a second. If I'm giving this guy a percentage, I'm giving.
You got to see the checks, man.
Yeah, it was okay when I was making $100 a week.
It's painful. But I have a pretty short signature. It's hard to get through.
Do you believe, Jimmy, how you?
I think we should split right here on the air.
Yeah, I mean, you ought to break up.
Just freak Eric out.
I got you, babe.
Just freak my partner out.
I got you, babe.
Now, is Jim the biggest guy you got? Who else you got in your roster?
We represent Keenan Wayans, Damon Wayans.
Oh, all the black guys from In Living Color.
Joel Hodgson from Mystery Science.
Oh, you do have Joel Hodgson.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Wow, he's got to be a big wage earner.
Come on.
That's right. Comedy Central paying big dollars for
Gary,
this
you're not getting me out of this chair, brother.
Yeah, no, we're going to throw you up.
Here, baby.
Right. So you're excited about Jim's success?
Very excited.
Because you believed him from the beginning.
Well, you got to remember, Jim and I go way back.
Yeah, so did he and his first wife, but believe me, he's getting rid of you, too.
The handwriting's on the wall.
Yeah, the handwriting's on the wall.
Howard is
no, listen. Yeah, he's got to move on. You'll see. He'll need different kinds of managers.
Who do you think I should get?
First of all, I'll tell you what's going to happen to you. The next time you do a movie, it's called the Chinese water technique. Chinese water torture. Jim will be on the set, and a high-powered manager is going to be there because one of his clients is working on the movie. Mm-hmm. And Jim will be walking around, and he'll walk by and go, "Hey, Jim, how you doing? Hey, why don't you come out with us tonight?" And he'll send a limo for him. And Jim's going to be, "Woo, look at this manager. Sends a limo for me." This is what they do in Hollywood.
That's already happened.
Oh, I'm sure it has. And they pressure a guy. They pressure a guy into new management.
Really?
And you might be the best manager in the world, but he won't recognize
me that I can't.
Oh, is that right? Oh, he got you.
We're doing pretty well
he's got pictures.
Really?
We're doing pretty well for ourselves.
Jimmy's got pictures.
I don't know.
Do you ever do any commercials on this show?
Yeah, I got to do a commercial, but anyway, listen.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. You guys can hang out a little bit?
We're here, baby.
All right. The Mask is coming out Friday.
Yep.
Looks like another big hit.
Snapple.
All the critics are saying it's good. How are they saying it's good already? They've seen it?
Must have seen it.
A lot of people
have you seen it? You haven't seen it?
I'm the only one who hasn't seen it.
Want to go to a screening?
Yeah. When can I go?
Yeah. Thursday night.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Cool.
Yeah, like I can go out on a school night.
No, it's... Oh, you have to go to bed at
I go to bed real early.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you didn't see Letterman last night?
No. How was that?
Insane.
How'd it go?
He was a lunatic last night.
He was a lunatic or you were?
Well, both. But
what did you do?
He was in a very good mood.
So it was a good shot.
It was really fun.
Yeah, well,
really fun.
I don't know what his
at Sullivan Theater. I just look out at the stage and I just go, wow, that's where they hit. That's where they hit. Wayne and Schuster.
I don't know. Yeah, that's quite a history there. I'll tell you something. Well, I'm glad you had a good Letterman shot. I don't know. Sometimes he doesn't
you
work.
You always have a good Letterman shot.
Yeah, sometimes he doesn't work with me. Sometimes he doesn't work with me. He's got a bit of an attitude.
Well, you know, Jim is a big star.
Oh, yeah.
You know how Letterman loves stars?
Letterman loves to fawn over big stars. Where was Letterman when Jim was just on Living Color? I didn't see him having him on. I didn't see Letterman have you on when you were on Living Color.
I actually was on.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was on.
Oh, I had you on. Remember that. I had you on when you were just on in Living Color.
There was a little bit of a mix-up last time, though. Last time we were going to book the show, somebody from up high said they'd like me to, audition for the show again.
Yeah, well, of course.
See?
Oh, well, listen, who do you think you were?
Came out and they called me and apologized.
Of course. Well, a lot of people will be apologizing to you. Let me take a break. Jim Carrey is here.
I just had to get that out in the open.
Oh, really? Is
yeah,
that
because
true?
I don't want to have any, growths.
Okay.
Before we go to the commercial, though, you're not going to dump me.
Of course he's going to dump you.
He wants him to declare.
Not today.
Of course he's going to dump you.
No.
It's going to happen.
No.
Get ready.
I have a partner. He'll jump right into the fire.
Colonel Tom.
Let me take a break. And then
he has me under hypnosis right now.
Let me take a break, and then we'll throw Dennis Miller's brother out of here.
Goodbye.
And we'll get back to Jim Carrey. And the new movie is Mask, now making $7 million a picture. I want to take up where we left off, because we left off with you making Dumb and Dumber, and I want to know what have you started work on Batman?
Not yet, no.
What are you working on now?
September. My golf swing.
Oh, really? Are you vacationing now? No. Are you working on something now?
Nothing. Just doing press.
And then Batman will be the next thing you work on?
Yeah.
Where do you go to do that? You go to England?
Just my living room.
No, come on. Where do you go to do Batman? Come on.
We go down to Long Beach, Warner Brothers lot in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah?
So if there's any snipers out there, you know where to find me.
What is it, Gary?
We only have about 12 minutes left with Jim.
Oh, suddenly Jim only has 12 minutes.
Well, he did the Today Show.
Yeah.
And now he's got to go do CBS this morning. We're right in the middle.
Oh, who are you doing the interview with? Mark McEwen?
I'm not sure. He
gets to do the goofy interview. He gets to do the goofy interview.
Yeah, he'll probably talk to that Harry Smith or Paul Lazon.
All right, let me do this.
A new ass.
Let me take exactly. That's the way to go. Let me take a break, and then we can do our goodbyes. And
I'll just start punching him and say, "This is from Howard."
And I want to just say that it's awfully good of Jim Carrey to come in here now that he's a big star, not blow us off like so many people do. So we'll take a break, and then we'll wrap things up.
I'm afraid you'll find me somewhere.
Oh, I would. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
Stern Show.
Jim and I talking about film during the commercial.
I noticed you were bonding in there.
Yes, talking about our way, how we do our movies.
It's very funny now, because now I have to read about Jim.
Yes.
And the other day I read that...
I have to read about Jim. Yeah, right. We're all forced to read about Jim now.
Stuck up all over the apartment.
My assignments.
Yes.
Psycho killer.
I have to read about him.
He says that they're going to let him play around with the Batman script. Well, it should be very exciting.
That was Jim's big thing in our discussion. He goes,
"Is that right?"
Maybe they were just faking me out.
I said, I really did, no kidding aside, I thought Ace Ventura was unbelievable, your job in that. I mean, really made me laugh. And nothing makes me laugh because I'm so cynical and I only think I'm funny.
That's right.
Yeah, so nothing makes me laugh. So I said, I really laughed hard and loud, in this movie. So he says, Tom was an excellent director. He allowed me space to move around a lot, gave me a lot of room to groove. Give me the whole rap about how he needs room.
Yeah.
And now with Batman, he needs room. He needs room.
They're going to give him the room.
Yeah. He needs the room. He's in the room. And he's in here taking 150% of the credit of all these movies. I mean, really just, I do all my own stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? In The Mask, they let me have room, all this room. I think just Jim's too lazy to memorize the script, so he needs room to, just fool around. Yeah. Let me just kid around until I hit something.
A lot of humming and hawing.
What is it, Baba Booey?
You want to hear something really wild?
Yeah.
We had Schwarzenegger in here last week, and he had a pretty good crowd downstairs.
Yeah.
Jim's got a crowd downstairs.
Oh, really? Like fans?
Yes, there's about, I don't know, it's a good group of people down there waiting for Jim to come.
Ask him to pay $100. I'll let him touch him.
Near where Lennon fell?
Yeah. This is right next door to the building, the Dakota. And by the way, Jim, let me compliment you on your entourage. There's a hot blonde out there who was introduced to me as Jim's assistant. Not bad.
Oh.
Not bad. Not shabby.
Mystery woman.
Now, where does she work out of? Your home?
Yes.
No wonder he doesn't have a live-in girlfriend.
Jim.
Well, I have an office and.
I'm sure you do.
That's another room, Jim.
It's right next to the bedroom. Oh, dude.
An office.
No,
by the
man.
time we get together, I'm too tired from sex.
Let me smell your hand. I'm serious. Let me smell it. Let me smell your hand. What do you mean, why?
No,
you're just going to smell me.
Here, come here. Wait,
all right.
Yeah, watch this.
That's pure Jim.
You're a smoker?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the smoke kind of drowns out the smell of the girls.
He can tell you're 40.
Well, there you go.
Interesting. All that energy and yet a smoker.
Oh, like a fiend.
Yeah, that's right.
Like a fiend.
I knew he had a drug problem.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I'm trying not to have a drug problem.
You ever done heroin?
Trouble. No.
Really? Coke? Ever do ludes?
No.
Acid?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? I knew it.
When I was young.
I knew it. He has a drug problem.
Pretty soon we'll be reading about him.
I hate that smell on your hand. It's cigarettes. I smelled women.
I just wanted to stay home and watch McLeod's makeup separate from his face. Nobody else wanted to go out.
That's the thing to do.
I don't think so, man.
Hey, we're on acid, man.
Let's go visit all your friends.
So let's sum up. Because I know you got to get out of here. Obviously, you have things to do.
I'm very busy.
Obviously, it's not like the last time you came in here. We got nowhere to go.
CBS this morning, pretty big.
That's it. CBS this morning. You will be, of course, The Mask will open on Friday.
Yes.
Looking for a big opening.
Big premiere somewhere?
I'm not sure.
Going to take your new girlfriend there?
Thursday night somewhere.
To the premiere?
Never know.
What will she wear?
I don't know. She's always, freaking out about that. What should I wear to the premiere?
Where'd you meet this girl? Where'd you meet her?
How about some newspaper?
How about on the set?
How'd you meet her?
Yeah, on the set.
Of what?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, really? She's in it? Oh, I can't wait to see that. Are there love scenes in Dumb and Dumber, or is it PG kind of thing?
Well, yeah, it'll be PG-13, yeah.
The love scenes were in his trailer.
Yeah. They should have shot what was going on in the trailer. I would have paid $18 to see that. So the two of you
so wicked behind your cubicle, behind your protective glass coating.
Is that your plan, though, Jim, to hump every co-star? Oh man,
he looked at the co-star before he signed.
Right? Is that the plan here? Oh man,
well,
who's your co-star in the Batman? Oh come on, yes it is.
Yes, I'm
okay, maybe Val.
Oh, you know what it is? Don't you? When you work, seriously, people tell me about this. When you work closely,
Val's pretty attractive.
He is. When you work on a movie, or when you work on something intensely, there is like set romance because you work so intense with each other.
Together
there because that's all I do now.
Yeah, and you meet like super looking girls.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even stop to.
Yeah. He sounds like Kenneth Keith now.
You don't even stop to like look at the girls who are just like hanging around like assistants and stuff. Although you might dabble in that.
I go for the mother load.
You go for the actress.
You're darn tootin'.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
So you meet her and like how soon? Like she didn't have a boyfriend or anything?
No.
So like you start talking, you realize you like each other.
She didn't have a husband either?
Yeah.
She had a husband.
Yeah, right. This movie.
Jim took her.
No.
It was long. It was over already.
Yeah.
So like you start talking and stuff, and you hit it off, and then like what do? You ask her on a date?
I just go, do you want to do it or what?
No. You go. Hey, you want to go out on a date, right?
I got an edge here. I can't.
No, come on, Jim. What's the move? At what point do you like? At what point do you say, hey, maybe you and I ought to go out together?
I don't know how it happened.
Like, do you all start going out to dinners and talking, and then all of a sudden, like I mean, how does it work? I'm just curious. Is that okay to ask? I mean, Dennis Miller's brother's looking at me like...
I don't know how it happened.
He's curious.
I don't remember how it happened. It was just...
Oh, that's a lie. You don't forget something like that after you've been in a marriage for a long time.
Okay, I cold-cocked her and dragged her to the trailer.
I don't know.
It's a caveman thing.
When you pick a movie...
I do it on every show.
When you pick a movie now, do you read the script first, or do you look at the casting list and then say who's going to be in this opposite? Script first?
Script.
Really? I would go through the casting list.
Was it the script? Was it the script first?
Yeah.
It was the script.
It was the script, Jim.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's recap. First of all, there is a soundtrack now.
Let's summarize as my part.
All right, let's summarize. Let's summarize. First of all, the most important thing is we're proud of Jim Carrey that he's become a star.
A little round of applause.
He was on TV every week, big deal. To make the move into movies was truly unbelievable. Now he's being talked about as the next, even serious acting. You're going to take some serious acting
next Charlie Callis.
Yeah, next Charlie Callis.
And we're still here.
Now, when you get $7 million for Dumb and Dumber for Batman, they got to pay you more. Am I correct?
I'm not quite sure.
Are we keeping quiet about this?
No, it's just going to be a windfall.
It is. And you get a percentage of the profits? Yes?
I get a back end.
Do you?
What they call the back end.
Oh, I'd love the back end.
What does that mean, Howard?
What the back end means that if the movie does well, he will receive additional fees.
Oh.
Like Jack Nicholson received a back end deal, and he got it.
He had a front end and a back end.
Well, Jim has a front end and merchandising of Riddler face, all this kind of thing.
The guy that is carving this toy for Kenner came to my house and actually carved it in front of me.
That's got to get a guy all pumped up about himself.
They're carving.
Look at me, they're carving me. They don't know what to do with me now. Nobody wants to be
here.
Now they're carving me for a toy. And meanwhile, Frank Gorshin is banging his head against the wall somewhere because he got $250 to be in the TV show. Yes.
Maybe he's the guy hanging outside my gate.
Yeah, I think you better be careful about him. And so okay, the movie Mask is coming out this Friday.
Yes.
Also, from the soundtrack from the movie Mask is Cuban Pete.
Yeah.
Where you do a dead-on Ricky Ricardo kind of thing, right?
Well, no, it's not a dead-on Ricky
What
Ricardo.
track is this?
Turned out that
It's a tribute.
Yeah, I think it's the first one.
And this is actually on the charts now?
Number 30 on the dance
30
charts.
on the dance charts.
Hey, I've got a record number 30
Huge
on the
in
dance.
gay clubs.
Is that right?
Big conga lines.
Oh, Fred, this is for
Very
you.
messy.
Fred, you might want to listen to this. Oh, man. So now you're singing as well as acting.
Yeah.
This is what happens to all these guys.
He swears, though, he's not going to put out an album.
Carrey torch songs, shoot me in the head.
Yeah, right. Come on. I'm not going to allow you to do that.
He's playing that
Don't
horn
allow me
also.
to do that.
Is he playing the horn? Very good.
horn as well.
Very nice.
This is my horn work,
Yeah.
yes.
He plays it with his feet. Oh. Now, where are you? I don't hear you.
It'll be coming.
Call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. Yes, sir, I'm Cuban Pete. I'm the craze of my native street. When I start to dance, everything goes.
So you're prolific, you bastard.
And I am.
All right, so now this is available in stores, and this is becoming a big hit. Good. I'm glad you're going to have to pay alimony. I am so glad. I am glad. Believe me.
It shouldn't be that good.
It shouldn't be that good.
Where did
all that
come
dating coming from? Oh, come on, please. Oh, what do you mean, where did it come
love
from?
each other.
I love the guy, but I'm glad he has to pay alimony. Why should his life be so great? Why should he have all that money free and clear? All right, now, okay, so, believe me, he's in pain over it. He's laughing on the outside, crying on the inside.
It's going to be all right, man.
It's all right. Hey, listen, she was with you when you were nothing, so all right, she's entitled to a little something.
That's right.
All
I'll sell a painting.
That's right. Now, after that, we have the movie Dumb and Dumber to look forward to after The Mask.
Yeah.
And when will that be released?
Again, I'm not.
Is that your Christmas movie?
That's your Christmas? Is that your big Christmas film?
I don't know. I guess it will be around Christmas sometime.
And that blonde assistant, how long has she been working out of your house?
Well, she's been with me for about a year.
Oh, super. No love between you two?
No. I mean, love, as in...
What's her name, by the way? Bring her in before you leave from CBS.
Linda.
Well, Linda, come in here. You got to see this. You got to see the
I didn't see her.
Oh,
Shows up as the mystery woman in all these articles and stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, you guys got to leave. Okay, you got to leave.
What?
We can't bring Linda in?
No,
We got to go to
but
CBS this morning.
Can I
Oh, you do?
a-
Yeah, it's very important, national.
Okay, all right.
It's my son's birthday today. Can
Understood.
I say happy birthday to my son?
No. If you want to say happy birthday, son, call him on the phone, like Jim has to do with his son.
In
All right,
4
there you go.
minutes, he would
All
have
right.
been born.
Okay, listen. Jim.
Are we recapping still?
Yeah, no, congratulations on all your success. I really am very happy for you. You are a super talent. And I believe that your next big movies will be your serious movies as well, because I think there's a lot of talent here. Hey, there's Linda. What do you mean, no?
Hey, mystery woman.
Hey, now, you're always linked to Jim, is that right?
Well, sometimes.
Are you in love with Jim?
No, I'm not in love with
Are you married?
No.
So you are a single woman working out of Jim's house? And Jim never puts the moves on, huh?
No.
Really?
Nothing has ever happened.
Can't wait to read the book.
I make lewd comments every now and again. That's about it.
I know. Well, you're very lucky. You've hooked up with the right star.
Is that a pubic hair?
Ever see Jim nude?
Many times.
Oh, really? Braggart.
I work that way.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's review.
How much more review is there?
Yeah.
Let's review. They carved Jim's face.
60 or
They carved Jim's face at his house.
Of Jim Carrey.
They carved Jim Carrey's face at his house.
Yes.
All right. His next movie will net him $15 million.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll never see you again. Is that correct? Is that the other thing? Will we see you again, Jim?
Sure.
All right. Looking forward
I
to
love
the
it
match.
here.
I really look. Do you?
Yeah.
I can never tell by the look on.
It's a frightening thing. It's a frightening prospect.
All right.
But
Of course,
it's
I never
good for you.
sleep before
It's
I come
good
here.
It is good for
It's
you.
like last night, about 4 a.m., I was just so desperate, I took a handful of sleeping pills.
Really?
They brought me to the hospital, pumped my stomach, and I came here.
That's it. That's it. At least you didn't end up in another man's arms. I know. Congratulations on all your success, because you deserve it. The guy's really unbelievably talented. And we'll take a break, Rob, and come back and do the news. I want to thank Jim Carrey and, of course, Dennis Miller's brother.
Jim.
No, you don't have to say Jim. Dennis Miller's
You
brother.
even know my name.
Who is?
You even know my name.
I know your name, but it's more important that you're Dennis Miller's brother. Jim Miller, who, of course, is Dennis Miller's brother. And He is Jim's manager right now.
Yes, right now.
Right now. All right.
Today.
Yeah, before Jim dumps him.
I'm under hypnosis.
I understand. Congratulations, and we'll be back right after these words. Go see The Mask. So much to do today, Robin. I had so much to go through. I wanted to read you a letter about me in the newspaper, and I have a folder. I'm going to show you my folder, Robin, just to tease you. This is material that I was supposed to get through today, right
wow.
here. It's that
just
thick.
Today?
Yes. This is just today's show, what was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm. You missed a lot.
You missed a lot of show. Now, you're saying to me, Howard, you could still do it now. I am not, because I am sticking to my new agenda, Robin. It is now your news window, and after the news, we will leave here promptly at 10 o'clock.
All right.
Because I am not appreciated around here. I used to go to 11:30, but that's when I was a sucker. Now my job is from 6 to 10, and that's when I leave.
That's what you're going to do. Okay.
That's right.
You ready for me to start?
I'm still absorbing Jim Carrey's success.
Don't dwell on that.
Yeah,
it'll depress you.
It does. It seems like a fun life to do all those cool movies and have.
Just sit around. See, right now he's not working.
Yeah.
He's sort of floating around the country doing a little publicity, and then he'll go home and relax by the pool.
Well, that's what was cool when I wrote my book, and it was like #1 on the bestseller list. I say, now I just wrote a book. I should have a year off.
Right.
I didn't have a year off.
You were back to work that afternoon.
Yeah, nothing changed. And you know, my wife didn't change her attitude toward me.
No, she didn't look at you differently.
I remember my family sat me down, had a whole big thing because they were all acting weird to me, and they said, you know, we just want to make sure we're all, like, in your life still. Like, everyone got nervous that I was...
They had a sit-down about it?
Yeah, something weird happened. Everyone wanted to make sure that I was still in their life. Like, something big had happened in my life.
Who was really concerned?
My mom, my dad,
Your
my
dad
wife,
too?
everyone, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it had gotten to him.
Yeah, everyone was concerned that...
Your sister?
Yep.
Wow. But you do a Jim Carrey on them, huh?
Yeah, right. Like, I dump them all. Should have, too. I should have dumped them all.
The kids weren't concerned.
Kids, they never see me anyway.
Nothing changed for them.
Right.
Well, how do people bring that up?
It just got weird. It started getting weird around the house and everything, and I don't know. You know what it is? Like, a lot of times...
Was it planned? Like, we're going to have this... just they got you into a room and...
No, well, a lot of times... Like, I don't see my parents sometimes for a whole week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. Something.
There are children who don't see their parents for a lot longer.
Yeah, but I see I check in with my parents at least once a week on the phone or something.
But that's what I'm saying. You're very good.
Yeah, I want to make sure they're still alive because, if they're not, I want to sell the house and get as maximum profit out of it as I can. So,
is that all you're doing?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I'm in their will, and I'm sure that I get something off that house. I'm thinking
checking to see if they're still there.
Yeah, I'm thinking I could get about $200,000 for that house. If I have to split it with my sister, that's $100,000 apiece. So who wants dead bodies stinking it up? So I checked in to make sure they answer the phone.
Get them out of there quick.
Yeah, get them out. Get them out quick. It's hard to sell real estate after there's been 2 deaths in the house. The stinking carcass tends to scare away prospective buyers, as anyone knows who owns a home.
Hide one in the wall.
That's right. Hide them in the wall, cement them up in the wall. That's why I won't let them get an answering machine. I want to see if they're able to pick up the phone and they know what's going on. Yeah, so, I hadn't checked in for like a week or something, and then all of a sudden now the book had come out, and they saw all those big crowds at the bookstores, and they were like, we just want to make sure that your priorities are still straight, and I was like, oh... This is interesting.
Do you think they had all talked to each other?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Something they probably won't admit. But I think they had. See, like Jim Carrey, I was supposed to dump them all at that point. But Jim Carrey, he stayed within living color while all the black guys ran off to go make bad movies.
Yeah.
Like Mo Better Money.
Mo Better. What was that?
It's called Mo Better Money.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Mo Money is what it was.
No, it was Mo Better Money.
No, it was Mo Money.
Wasn't it Mo Better Money?
No, it was Mo Better Blues, which is a Spike Lee film. It was Mo Money.
Should have called it No Decent Script. But Mo Better stay home and work on my comedy. But all those guys left.
Mo Television.
Yeah, Mo Television. No movies, Mo Television. So they all went off and did those bad movies, and Jim stuck with the TV show and waited for the right opportunity, I guess, or something. So that's good. It's good to see a white guy excel every once in a while.
Yeah, like it doesn't happen.
Hasn't happened here. All right, so Robin, let's start the news because we're on a new schedule.
All right, I wanted to talk about Roseanne for a few minutes.
All right, news time is up, Robin. It's time to leave. All right, what did you say about Roseanne? That poor sap?
Yes, the poor sap has refiled divorce papers against Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold, who would have thought 6 months ago that Tom Arnold would be in a smash hit movie, #1 movie, while Roseanne's was sitting around the house filing divorce papers every minute and obsessing on them?
Yeah. Well, now in the new papers filed, she accuses him of striking and punching and slamming her against the walls and throwing her to the floor.
How'd she feel it through all that fat?
I was going to say, he must be pretty strong.
Yeah, oh yeah. I guarantee you she could beat him up.
And how did the house look after that?
I don't know. But, this is no credibility because this is a woman who filed those papers, took back all the papers,
and
went
then
on...
filed again.
I don't know. And this is a woman who is known for her honesty.
Well, look, I said all Tom Arnold has to do is get all those Oprah show interviews.
Right.
And all the Sallys and all the Geraldos, wherever else she went, where she praised him,
I love
said
him.
he saved her life, was her best friend. She never knew such support.
Right. Yeah. And meanwhile, she was talking about parents abusing her sexually, so how come she didn't bring up Tom abusing her?
Having an affair with another woman. Living off her along with his parasitic friends and family.
Well, that I don't doubt. But I've been saying that all along. She didn't listen to me.
She says he tried to kill her numerous times. It started before they were married. But in the beginning, before they were married, he blamed his drug problem. That's why he was beating her up.
Oh, big deal.
So she went ahead and married him, thinking that would be fine.
Yeah. that shows a lot of common sense.
She says she feared that she would be physically injured, disfigured, or killed if she continued in this abusive relationship.
I see. Well, this is an effort not to pay Tom Arnold hundreds of thousands of dollars. Listen, millions of dollars, excuse me.
He raped her all the time, too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He raped her.
She used to say that he threw her around and that she liked it. That used to be in magazine
None of this makes any sense. She has no chance. What she's trying to do is get out of paying alimony.
Well, it's the typical, I thought I liked it, but, then when I came to my senses, I realized that this was wrong.
As with everything in her life. I thought I liked my parents until I came to my senses. I thought I liked this one until I thought I liked the producers of the show until I came to my senses.
He would scream at her, "You like it rough," and so she believed it, I guess. That's what she says anyway. He'd put his hands around her throat while he was allegedly raping her, according to Roseanne.
If Roseanne wanted love, she would have stayed with her first husband, Bill Pentland, who was there from the beginning and married her when she was a big fat ox and had nothing going on in her life.
It says here that she still has to pay him $16,667 a month.
Bill Pentland?
Yeah. And that Tom is asking for $100,000 a month because he's gotten used to a very elaborate lifestyle.
Right.
And she can afford it.
Not only that.
She also claims that that big house she was building out there in Iowa in his hometown.
Yeah.
She had to hire all the relatives, and the one person who lives on the place is his best friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she's waking up like from a long sleep.
So then she must apologize to me because I've been telling her this all along.
I don't think she's going to give you your due.
No one gives me my due.
But it's just interesting, the papers now that are being refiled by Roseanne.
Roseanne waking up from a long sleep like Rip Van Fatso. She has awakened from the dead. It's unbelievable. What kind of thing?
Rip Van Fatso.
Yeah, Rip Van Fatso.
Hasn't got a brain cell.
Yeah, not a brain cell in that head.
Not a single brain cell.
Unbelievable. And who has been saying it all along, Robin?
You.
That's right.
You were the first.
Read it in my book. I wrote about it.
It was there in black and white. All she had to do was read.
It's too painful, obviously.
There's a report in the...
Rip Van Fatso. Yes.
How does a guy do that? With the whole country watching.
He did it.
It's like a mercy hump.
He did it.
And now he's asking for $100,000.
He pulled the whole mess off. And you know what?
Everybody watching.
Everyone would have said, wait a second, this woman was in a mental institution, which she documents. Wait a second, we have to protect her from herself. This is a guy who's marrying her. He's going to ask for money in a couple of years. We all said it. With the whole country watching, he did it. And she professed her love and made a fool out of herself, a jackass. And here it is. Well, what are you going to do? Rob, let me take a short break and we'll get back to more news right after these words. One of the best things that I know of is this vending business. You don't have to have a brain in your head to be in the vending business. That's what I love about it.
Roseanne could do that.
That's right. Roseanne's thinking of going into it. Rip Van vending machine is going into it. She is amazing. But let me tell you something. Even Roseanne could be in the vending business. It is so simple. All you have to know how to do is take cash out of a machine.
I think she could do that.
I think Forrest Gump could do that. All you have to do is take cash out of a machine. Why are so many professionals, so many people who have jobs, saying, I've got to supplement my income somehow. I got to get some FU money. I'm going to start a vending business. A vending business affords you freedom. It gives you the cash you've been looking for. Now, you're saying to yourself, Howard, I don't know how to stock these machines. I don't know where to place these machines. That's why you use exclusive vending. They place them for you. They get you the vending route. Although I got to tell you something. Anybody who puts a vending machine on this floor would make a fortune.
This could be your route.
Oh, my
Wouldn't
God.
need anything else.
If I had 2 vending machines here, I could retire. I'd have Jim Carrey kind of money. But if you dial this number, you can get into the vending business for under $9,000. Now, if you were to start a side business, you know what it would cost you? Probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. You want to open a little shop or something. You can't get into a business for under $9,000. But check it out first. You're going to see. Anyone who's been looking to get in the vending business has probably been quoted a lot of money to get in. This is very reasonable. 1-800-255-5700. We've read success letters from our audience. People very excited with this company. 1-800-255-5700.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I am running a no-nonsense show, Robin.
All right.
Let's get back to the nonsense.
It's funny to me how the Globe is the only one of the tabloids that has taken O.J.'s side.
Is that right?
Yes, see?
How cops framed O.J.
That's right.
Wow.
And they are offering $1 million reward for the capture of the real killers. I guess they, too, know they won't have to pay out anymore.
Yeah, well, it's easy to offer $1 million if you don't have to pay anyone. And, you know, it's like, I don't know, what isn't the Globe the one that was just in court saying they make all their stuff up? Hey, maybe I would offer $20 million.
Why not?
Yeah, $20 billion.
You get some press coverage out of it.
Right.
And you don't have to pay anybody.
I like these nudniks who are now putting up like $250,000, like O.J.'s golfing buddies and stuff.
Friends of O.J.
Friends of O.J. Where are Friends of Rwanda? How come you don't see any of that going on? People starving. People see those pictures, they're not moved in the slightest.
But O.J. in court?
Unbelievable. $250,000 right here.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Well, yesterday he was in court again, and everybody's talking about the revived O.J.
Oh, it's disgusting. It is so disgusting to watch the revived O.J. It's like when Fred came to on Friday night. It's disgusting. I got to tell you something. It is such arrogance. That's arrogance written all over the guy's face. Someone said to me, KT, didn't you know O.J.? I said, well, I met him a couple of times. Lovely guy, great guy on the
very
outside.
Charming.
You know, very charming. But, you know, there are 2 dead people now because O.J. decided to go on a killing spree, and now he's feeling bolstered by the morons in America who think...
Who are writing him all those stupid letters.
Yeah, they're writing him letters. He thinks he's going to get off.
In fact, I think that I heard one of the quotes from one of his attorneys was that O.J. is upbeat and truly believes that he's going to get off.
Well, one can only hope that the attorneys have daughters and sons who are killed by someone, and then the killer gets off. Yeah,
marry him to O.J.
Yeah, marry him to O.J. when they get older.
So anyway, yesterday they were in court arguing about the evidence and whether these blood samples they have to test for DNA can be split. Judge Ito decided to delay his ruling.
Judge Ito looks like he's asleep with those little Chinese eyes of his, don't he? Didn't he?
Is he awake? Is he listening?
Hey, Judge Ito, come here. I'm on trial, you bastard. Judge Ito.
Pay attention.
Judge Ito, my life is at stake here, okay?
I almost feel like I should say he wants to delay the decision.
Oh, make a funny joke, huh? You want me to delay trial, O.J.? Oh, does this mean I get personal autograph?
He said he wanted to hear from experts exactly how much blood you need to conduct some of these tests so that he'll know whether these samples can be split. The prosecution claiming that if they give some of these samples to O.J. and his defense team, that tests will never be run.
Of course.
And that evidence will be lost to the prosecution forever.
Right. No, let the prosecution run their tests and let someone from O.J.'s team supervise. Let them watch. There
have been cases in California where they have refused to allow DNA testimony in to a court case.
I say that...
If that were to occur in this case, Howard...
Yeah.
And the prosecution is resting its case so heavily on these DNA tests. What would that mean?
You're asking a disc jockey? I can barely think when Fred asks me a question. She asks me questions like I'm on the McNeil Lehrer report.
Well, you always seem to have an opinion.
Well, I ran out of opinions.
Meanwhile, in the New York Post today, they say that O.J.'s son was also charged with having attacked someone with a knife.
Well, isn't that nice?
A couple of years ago, he had a run-in with a former employee. He was a waiter.
Oh, like Fred's wife?
Excellent.
Oh, that's right, excellent.
At a restaurant?
I'm just curious. Did your I don't mean to interrupt, Robin, but did your wife give up waitressing when you married her?
No, she gave it up before.
Did you insist on it?
No, I didn't insist.
Well, how did it come about?
On her own.
Well, she's a Vicomtessa. How can she...
well, you know, she was so adamant about
as soon as
waitressing.
she got the promotion, it's like, she decided that she could.
Oh, she got a promotion to what?
To Vicomtessa.
Oh, Vicomtessa.
Oh. I love that.
So your wife now doesn't work?
She does do work. She does temp work.
Temp work?
Temp work, yeah.
All right, very good.
Interesting. Well, anyway, this Jason Simpson was working at a restaurant. He left the restaurant's employ, and apparently there was some kind of a discrepancy about some money. And he came back to the restaurant and grabbed the manager or the owner or something, and there was a little bit of an altercation that included a knife and some fisticuffs.
This is O.J.'s son.
Yes. He did try to follow in his father's footsteps for a short time, but then he concentrated on his academics.
Well, these don't fall far from the O.J. tree, that's for sure.
Somehow I knew you'd say that.
I see.
Michael Jackson is in the papers again. Everybody's speculating. They don't know whether he's married to Lisa Marie Presley or not.
I don't like boys. I like Lisa Marie.
But they have a little bit of an excerpt of either some articles or a book that was written by this bodyguard who helped to spirit Michael Jackson into London to go to that drug clinic.
Did he write a book now?
A couple of years ago. It was about a year ago.
The bodyguard wrote a book?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what's he got to say about him, Michael Jackson?
Well, it's interesting. I don't know who this is talking, actually, but they're talking about Michael while he was in the clinic.
Right.
He used to wear long false eyelashes as well as white face paint.
Anything wrong with that?
Which made him look ridiculous. He always used to wear plaster over his nose as well.
Jackie does that.
Why does somebody just go smack?
Well, why are you running around in clown makeup? This is basically what he's doing.
Stupid.
They say once he got more comfortable, though, he sort of dropped that, and he actually looked more human without all this stuff on.
Right.
He also stopped wearing his hat all the time.
There you go.
And he liked watching films. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane was one of his favorites.
Is that right?
That's where he got the makeup job. Uncle Buck was also.
You're kidding. He's the only one who liked that. You liked Uncle Buck?
Uncle Buck, one of his favorite films.
Isn't that about a guy who takes care of little kids?
Yes. And his absolute favorite was Gone with the Wind.
Uncle Buck has Makoki Koken, right?
Right, his favorite actor.
Right. And the other, Gone with the Wind?
Was his favorite, but they couldn't get that, so they got him the making of Gone with the Wind, and he was actually very polite about it. He was, that's okay.
If you can't get Gone with the Wind, could you get Megan with Gone with the Wind?
Thanks for trying. So they liked him because he was always well-mannered. I just thought those were interesting little quirks.
I like to watch Little Rascals in the news.
Governor Cuomo has admitted that he could possibly lose the election.
Well, yeah, it's about time he realized who he was up against.
He quickly added that he didn't think he was going to.
Howard's a formidable opponent.
But he said it was a possibility.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also in the news, you were very upset about this Rangers coach thing, this Mike Keenan thing.
Of course.
Because he was trying to get out of a contract with the Rangers after they won the Stanley Cup.
Right.
And go to another team. Well, they finally came to some kind of a conclusion on this. He is going to be allowed to go to that other team, but they're going to have to pay a lot of money. There's going to be some penalties. There's going to be some trades. But he essentially gets to go, and he got a 60-day suspension.
Well, of course there's got to be a penalty. A guy, he walks up out of his contract. You gotta pay the piper. What is it?
There is, but you know what? There's no penalty to him. First of all,
well, to him because some team is willing to pay it out.
Right. He's got to repay 4/5 of his bonus.
Right.
But St. Louis will give him a bigger bonus.
He's got St. Louis willing to do this.
They're going to pay his fine, and then he's off for 60 days. It's the middle of the summer.
Yeah, there's no hockey.
There's no hockey season.
Yeah. Well, listen, he's lucky because he's got a team, a bunch of suckers who are willing to pay off his debts.
See, the commissioner should have nullified the contract and made him go back to the Rangers.
Oh, no. Nah, that's
no, that wouldn't work.
All I know is he's luckier than Jim Carrey.
Now, this is a mind-shattering story. Remember Lobster Boy?
Fred's cousin? I remember Lobster Boy.
Lobster Boy.
This is unbelievable.
Sideshows, of course. He was a guy who was born...
Where's this story from? The Lobster Boy story.
It's an Associated Press.
Is it really?
Story. Yeah.
And they refer to him as Lobster Boy?
That was his name.
Lobster Boy.
His professional name.
I'd love to get him on this show. Can you work on that?
He's dead, Howard. He can't get lobster.
I had him booked.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
They buried him in butter.
He
drowned in butter.
No, he had those claw-like hands and stumps for legs. Stop that, Jackie. Because of some rare congenital defect.
Yeah, it's called tequila. 15 shots in 2 hours.
And his wife...
Crab Girl.
has been charged with murder.
You're kidding.
He paid, according to the charges...
Tell her not to admit it like OJ. She'll get off.
Teenage neighbor, $1,500 to shoot and kill her husband.
Oh, for God's sake.
Whose actual name was Grady Stiles Jr.
I've done a Grady style. You're kidding me. Lobster Boy was killed by his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, she's of course going to testify on her own behalf, and then she got her 2 children who are also afflicted with the same defects. They have the claw hands and stumps just like their father.
Did they boil him in water to death? That's how they should have killed him. Just boil him in water. Right.
So they say here that the children, with their claws and stumps, hoisted themselves up on the witness stand.
You're kidding.
Described their father as a brutal drunk.
Oh.
Just imagine Lobster Boy on a ramp.
Wow. Oh, so I see. Lobster Boy was... I mean, you think he'd be grateful to his wife for marrying him.
Yeah, but no, he was a terrible, brutal drunk, according to the wife and the kids, who battered his spouse.
A bitter lobster.
Yeah.
They should have boiled him and ate him and buried the show.
Mrs. Stiles could get life behind bars if she's convicted.
What about the lobster children?
They're not charged with anything.
No, I mean, what will happen to
them? They're older. One is 25.
Put them in a cage? Put them in one of those lobster tanks.
One is 25 and one is 17.
Elastics around their feet.
Grady Stiles III.
Elastic. We wrap those elastic bands around their feet so they can't claw anyone.
Put them in a granule.
Oh, stop it. Grady Stiles III. I love that.
Grady Stiles III.
Testified only days before his father's 1992 slaying. He broke through a locked door to rescue his stepmother from his father's drunken attack. My father was on top of her, choking her.
Can you imagine that you're a lobster boy and you finally have a child and you name him Grady Stiles III and he's a lobster boy too? That's wild. I mean, like, Grady Stiles III. Like, the name has to continue.
His 25-year-old daughter said she was 7 months pregnant. Now, she's got a husband. She's got the stumps and the lobster claws. She's married, and she's pregnant.
The will to procreate is so great. Hold on. Let me stop you here. You brought up something good. And what was the judge, a clam? The will to procreate is so great. I got to tell you something. I'm watching pictures of Rwanda on TV. These are people with cholera. The country, forget about even now what you're seeing, for years has been impoverished. The living conditions are worse than what a pet dog lives in. And yet you tune on the TV and you see all these people, as bad as Rwanda is, they all have children.
Yes.
They all want to have children. It shows you that no matter how, okay, in America you can see people have children, they want to have kids. Even if they're poor, there's TV, there's cars, there's public education. The will to create, to procreate is so great. You would think if you were in Rwanda, you'd say, my God, I am so miserable. I am living with cholera, disease. People are dropping dead right next to me. There are flies around all the other kids' heads.
These are planned children.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, you're crazy.
I do. I really do. You would think they'd cut off their genitals.
Taking her temperature and...
But you would think a woman would just say, you know what, I don't want any sex from a guy. Just back off. We don't want to have children.
What else is there?
I don't know, but you would not want to carry around a child if you saw such devastation.
I think they're thinking about a momentary pleasure.
Oh, for God's sake. And everybody, look at your hands. If you see claws, stop screwing around. What are you doing? Grady the Third. And now the daughter is pregnant with the claws.
Oh, she intervened in her wheelchair from her mother, 1990, she says. She for the butt of your family. Started hitting her fist. His little claw fist.
Claws?
He hit in the arm to the point that he knocked me out of my chair.
He was like the real lobster. He really was. Like, you know, a lobster's very aggressive.
Oh, a fighter.
All right. That's why they have to tie their arms and legs together.
Oh, dear. The next morning, she said her womb started bleeding.
Oh, for goodness sake. My womb bleeds. Although I can't imagine a life where I was born with claws, like a lobster, and people call me lobster. I can't imagine not drinking. You can't blame the guy. I mean, Fred drinks, and he doesn't even have claws.
But you make a point. There was a woman willing to marry him.
I know. But she was an oyster.
She must be a beauty.
Yeah, a real beauty. He must wake up and look at her every morning. She must be a beauty.
My little prize.
My little lobster girl.
Oh, no.
Oh, for God's sake, Rob, that's a horrible story.
It is, so I'll give you a better story.
Do you have any good news?
St. Joseph, Missouri.
Yeah, you got a picture of Lobster Boy?
Well, it's a very bad picture.
Can we see it? Just hold it up.
You can't see it. It's a Xerox. And it really doesn't come up very well. But you can, you know, if you look at the Xerox closely, you can see the claw.
Yeah, he's a 3-pounder. Fred's right. All right, let me take a break. We'll do a couple of happy stories and wrap the news up after this. Right after these words. Very good. Robin just did a story about Lobster Boy. We talked about O.J. Simpson. There's a kid on the phone, 12-year-old kid, wrote a song about O.J. Simpson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I guess his parents said it was all right for him to call in. Did your mommy and daddy say it was all right for you to call in?
Yeah.
All right, and you wrote about O.J.?
That's good verification.
Yeah.
What are you bored this summer?
No, it's just my friends don't live too close.
All right.
Okay.
You know, I have an 11-year-old daughter.
You do?
What, are you trying to fix him up?
No, I'm just telling him that I can relate to him.
Okay.
Lower your radio, please.
Do you want me to sing it?
Could you lower your radio?
Hello?
I say, can you lower your radio?
My radio's not on. They put me in through the phone.
Oh, good, okay. So you're 12 years old, huh?
Yeah.
Don't you wish I was your dad?
No.
Oh, come on. To tell the truth, wouldn't it be cold to have Howard Stern as your father?
No, not really.
You never think about that. Hey, who's that?
My mom.
That's your mom?
Yeah.
It sounded like another little kid.
He said you sounded like another little kid.
Doesn't she?
Yeah.
Could have been.
You sure that's not another little kid?
Nope, it's my mom.
You're rich, aren't you?
No. I'm from South Philly. I'm not rich.
All right.
My dad's a janitor. I'm not rich.
Your dad's a janitor?
Yeah.
And you don't wish I was your father?
No, I don't wish you were my father.
Your dad cleans toilets.
He does more than clean toilets.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He washes sinks. Cleans a lot of toilets. All right,
Let
kid.
the boy have his fantasy.
Hey, at least you know you'll grow up and do better than your father. You know how they say that it's always a child's fear that they won't do better than the parent? You will. Do you want to be a janitor?
No.
What do you want to be?
Well, I want to sing Phantom.
You want to sing Phantom?
Yeah, on Broadway.
Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah.
Do you have a good singing voice?
Yeah.
Let me hear you sing Phantom.
Those who have seen your face draw back in fear. I am the mask you wear. It's me to hear. Can I sing the O.J. song?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, it's to the theme of the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Who could slit 2 necks with just one knife? Who could be a big football star and then stab the hell out of his own wife? Though it's O.J. and he should know it. With each slash, stabbing, and murder, he shows it. Blood is all around, no need to clean it. He said he didn't do it, but he doesn't mean it. He's going to jail after all.
Let me tell you something. You make more sense than the adults who are polled about whether O.J.'s guilty or not.
And I must say, this is the best song parody.
Unbelievable. And boy, you got some high-range voice here. Do dogs talk to you at all? Are there dogs barking at your door right now?
No.
Wow, you can get up high. Well, very good. You make a lot of sense there.
Okay, thanks.
Your janitor father should be very proud of you.
Okay.
And you should be proud of your father.
Okay.
You all right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Happy puberty. Goodbye.
See ya.
All right. That kid's voice is going to change in about... What is it, Baba Fohai?
I wasn't sure if you guys saw on the news last night. They showed a poll of New Yorkers and, you know, of who thinks O.J.'s guilty. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Take a guess. In New York, what percentage of black people think
70%.
Well, you got it then.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, Gary.
70% of black people. There are 70% of black people out there who identify with criminals.
But there's only 7% that think he's guilty. I don't know what happened to the rest of the people.
I don't know.
They're undecided. They're waiting.
Listen, to identify with criminals. I saw a black guy on Geraldo the other day who said, he said this to Dominic Barber. He said, Dominic said, if O.J. is guilty, do you wish that he would get the death penalty?
Uh-huh.
In other words, if you knew that he did it, wouldn't you want him to go to jail? The guy would not say he wants him to go to jail. He doesn't want O.J. in jail. That's it, period. He don't care.
Well, let me tell you, somebody faxed in an interesting question. Howard's always yapping about Rwanda. I was wondering if he sent any money to the relief.
I'm not. That's not my point. I don't send money to anybody. My point is, if you're going to sit there and put up $250,000
for the people who are giving money
for a bum like O.J., give $250,000 to so many other causes.
And it says, why does he have such a hard-on for O.J.?
Because the guy murdered 2 people. What kind of what is going on here? Somebody help me out. Is this country gone nuts? 70% of black people think he's innocent. 7% think he's guilty. The other 23 are out committing crimes. 70% of blacks think Gary is a genius. Do you know that? I took a poll last night.
And also, I want to point out to you, Howard,
yes.
There's a video of Lobster Boy holding his kid
yes.
in a claw lock.
That's nothing. I have a picture of Lobster Boy here. I'm going to hold it up to our camera in case this ever makes it on TV. He says, I hate my life. And there he is. Lobster Boy.
With a bottle of booze.
With a bottle of booze, and he's got his claws around the bottle of booze. Looks a little like Dan Foreman. Right, Robin, let's wrap up the news. Come on, go ahead.
In St. Joseph, Missouri.
Got a schedule.
The workers at this plant,
Plant Boy,
Wire Rope of America, thought that the coffee just wasn't tasting right. So they set up a video camera and found out that one of the employees was using the coffee pot as a urinal.
Wow.
And they were drinking it.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of? When we were in Washington, D.C., there was a disc jockey who used to urinate in the sink.
Yeah, in the kitchen sink.
And we used to use it to, like, make coffee and stuff, but it wasn't as bad as, like, him urinating in the coffee pot.
Yeah, he was actually urinating in the pot.
Unbelievable.
One of the workers said, I just wanted to break his legs or shoot him.
But you can't do that kind of thing anymore. They throw you in jail.
Instead, they turned the videotape over to the police and company officials. The man whose identity was not released has been fired. They don't know whether it was related to the incident of him being taped peeing in the coffee pot or not. Just thought I'd let you know what goes on in some workplaces, Howard.
Very good, Rob.
And in Parade magazine this Sunday, some loyal fan wrote in, I'd like to know how actress Martha Raye is faring.
Oh, we could tell her.
Has she recovered from her leg operation? Is she still with her young husband?
Oh, yes, she is.
Martha Raye is 77 years old, according to Parade, and unfortunately, she's not getting better. She's endured numerous strokes, withered to a mere 70 pounds, and reportedly has lost both her legs below the knee.
Wow. Jackie O is more active.
In 1991, after a 22-day courtship, Raye took husband number 7, a former hairdresser, Mark Harris, now 44. They're still married. For a while, they were, what?
Former hairdresser used to work on my aunt. My Aunt Sally.
For a while, they were battling with Martha's daughter over Martha's estate, once valued at $2.4 million. But Harris says that the estate was depleted by legal fees. He's been busy peddling a proposal of an authorized biography of Ray called Take It From the Big Mouth. In the proposal, Harris promises to reveal details of his sex life with Ray.
I think he's done that already.
Oh, maybe there's more. And the story of an alleged lesbian affair years ago with Joan Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. If they're looking for a good book, Mark's ready to give it to him.
I'm sure he is.
And Madonna has had a problem with a crazed fan. There's a guy who keeps going up to her house, ringing the doorbell, and saying he's Madonna's husband and he's just coming home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Todd Lawrence, 26, has been charged with trespassing after he climbed an 8-foot-high gate outside the singer's estate on July 19th and was collared by a security guard. Madonna wants a permanent restraining order against the guy because he keeps coming back.
Well, she should date him. She should date him.
Appears to be delusional and drunk.
How many tequilas could he down in 2 hours?
I don't know, but he had a can of beer with him at the time he was caught by the security guard scaling the wall. Thinks he's Madonna's husband. So she's a little bit frightened. And it looks like...
Robin, you've never had that problem. You've never been stalked by anyone, I hope.
No.
Right. Robin's compound was once invaded by a couple of guys, but she dated him anyway.
That's what you call it, my compound?
That's right. Robin's compound. I think those cans would be magnets for every kook in the country, but thank God you are safe.
Apparently they are deterred.
Right. They are deterred.
Led Zeppelin looks like it's getting back together. They must be planning to do an MTV Unplugged segment.
I guess all their
which
solo...
will lead to a tour next year.
All their solo work hasn't worked out too good. So now they go around, parading around doing those old Led Zeppelin songs.
Yep. That's what you're going to look for.
Led Zeppelin Unplugged. I'll unplug my TV. How's that? I'm sick of those guys. I used to think those songs were real serious, too, when I was growing up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Bally high awaits you. Let the juice drip down my leg.
Wish I had the lyrics. I never know any Led Zeppelin lyrics.
Who did? You just listened.
Communication breakdown. It's all the same. Communication breakdown. It's all the same.
We got the reunion right here.
Hey, here it is. Hey, put me on there. Put me on Unplugged.
And it's going to be an Elvis tribute concert in October.
Thank you.
October 8th, an all-star tribute to Elvis.
Thank you so much.
Going to be on pay-per-view.
Elvis still active in his career.
And they say even though they don't have a lineup yet, you can expect to see performers like Elton John,
Jackie Marlowe,
Winona and Naomi Judd, Bon Jovi, Willie Nelson and Lyle Lovett.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson may even appear.
What about Led Zeppelin reunion?
There is a tribute hotline you can call to find out more details.
516-9221?
Yeah, that's it. Right. And that's what's happening.
Thanks, Robin. And I'm going to leave you with just one piece of information, but I will comment on it tomorrow.
Okay.
I told you that I would win the election for governor.
Mm-hmm.
As of last night, according to an NBC poll, Cuomo 36%, Pataki 35%, Stern 18% suddenly.
That is not a win.
Not a win. Just watch what happens as we draw closer to the election.
All right.
The goofy vote. And you want to know something? I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. I started screaming about the traffic conditions here in New York. More and more people now, suddenly that's an important issue in the campaign. Suddenly I'm reading articles about it.
You're defining the campaign. Is that what you're saying?
I know I am. The death penalty obviously was a big issue before me, but this traffic thing has caught on. People are fed up.
They never thought they could do anything.
They never thought they could do anything.
dawned on them that they thought they were just stuck with it.
There was a huge article the other day in the New York Times about why is it that other states have nighttime repairs and New York State doesn't, because the unions are strong here and because of 5 guys having to work on a road crew, all of us, millions of people have to suffer through traffic. And now they even said in the article that Howard Stern has addressed this in his campaign. You wait and see if this isn't a major issue. Howard Stern now at 18%, the Libertarian candidate. There it is, Robin, right there.
But right now you're still acting as a spoiler and putting Cuomo in.
No, not acting that way. I will talk about this tomorrow because I want to stick to our new plan.
Okay.
All right, so I'll say goodbye to you now. I have a lot to talk to you about tomorrow. Just remind me to bring that up, Robin.
All right.
All right, Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling. Of course, your wild comedy CD has taken the country by storm. $10 plus 3 shipping and handling. If you don't have this one yet, it's a must on your list. Price includes full color Jokeland catalog as a bonus. Call 1-800-323-5464. That's right. Friday night, August 5th, 2 shows at the Annapolis Comedy Club in Annapolis, Maryland. One of the rare Jackie appearances in Annapolis. For information and great dirty jokes, you call 516-9221. This is probably Jackie's first appearance in Annapolis.
Probably my last.
And probably his last. Don't miss Stuttering John's. That's right. Don't miss Stuttering John's band promoting his new CD that's available in record stores everywhere, playing at my father's place on Bell Boulevard and 48th Avenue in Queens. This Saturday night, July 30th, Steve Gorilla will be there giving out Stuttering John T-shirts.
Formerly Jimmy's Comedy Alley.
Formerly Jimmy's Comedy Alley, now my father's place. Don't miss Steve Gorilla, the Gorilla, this Thursday, July 28th, hosting the finals of the Hawaiian Tropic Beauty Contest at Faces on 5th Avenue in Bay Ridge in Brooklyn. And Billy West tonight on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Looking forward to that.
I got to remember that.
And go see Dee Snider with Widowmaker playing their only show for the summer at Birch Hill in Old Bridge, New Jersey. Go take a look at Dee's tattoos. Very beautiful. And finally, if you're planning a wedding, go see the Scott the Engineer show at the Yonkers Racetrack Bridal Show on Thursday, July 28th from 7 to 10 p.m. For more information, call 718-BAG-5040. We'll see you tomorrow.
KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas.